I look all discombobulated because it's so cold out. Oh, great. I left my water over there. I can't be bothered. How is everybody? Wait, I saw somebody pop up and then they popped away. Okay, so let me tell my people. Hi, you guys. How is everybody? It is so cold in Los Angeles. I look insane because it was raining and I was wearing a ball cap and then I went out in the rain again and then I was crying. Look, you can see makeup smudged here. Anyway, I got this beautiful gift. I opened it. I start sobbing. I'm like, I should have never opened it before I go on here. Oh my God. Anyway, it is the most beautiful gift. All your gifts are so lovely. So lovely. So, hi, oh, your mom says hi. I'm happy someone's mom says hi. Let me find the girls. Okay, I'm just writing everybody live. And then live, not that anybody cares on Friday night. Oh yeah, that's right. We're in lockdown. I mean lockstep, lockdown. So we have nowhere to go, right? I found my way out. I found my way out. Okay, so let me see. I'm just telling everybody who I can live. All right, I want to show you guys this gift. I got 2 in 1 package. I believe the first one is this is from Karen. She's a massage therapist, and I think that she gave me the tulip and the angel with tulip statue. And it's so beautiful. Thank you so much. I believe this is this. In the same package from her friend Lisa, or maybe they both got it. I'm not clear on that quite yet. This is from Lisa, and I opened this. I started sobbing, so hopefully I don't cry again. Anyway, it comes with a light, but it's me and Keithy's face in there. Can you see from a picture off my Facebook? Can you see? How is this? Isn't this, it comes with a light. I didn't set the light up yet. I couldn't stop crying. I'm not going to cry again. Anyway, this, I opened it and I saw it. Isn't this beautiful? It's exquisite. It's like holographic. It's my little doodle. He was about 17 in this picture, 17 or 18 in this picture. Isn't this beautiful? I don't even know what to say. And you look from that's incredible. I don't know how they do this. It's so incredible. He's got exactly the same teeth as me. His little tooth goes to the right. I could not stop crying. So thank you, Lisa and Karen, for your gift that came today. Lisa and Karen, both of you made me sob before I came on here. So you people ruined my eye makeup. I know, I just couldn't. But now I'm okay. I'm not going to cry. It's absolutely, I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say about that, except thank you. Oh my God. It's so, it's incredible. I know. I just opened it like I thought, oh, maybe she sent slippers. That's what I was thinking because it was in a box and I pulled it out and I went, oh my God. And so, yeah, what a great, and it comes with light. So you put the light around it or under it, probably under it so it sits on the light. So it's right. Can you see? I have this picture on Facebook and then on the inside. How's that? Isn't that incredible? It's incredible. I mean, that's my little doodleberry. He wouldn't like me showing himself like that. He would not, he wouldn't like me. I have to go. You guys are going to think I'm weird. I'm literally going offset so I can show you the other gift I got over there as well because it's beautiful. I don't even know what to say except that I'm like, oh, I'm not going to cry. Hold on one sec, you guys. Ah, I wish I could get organized, but I cannot. Okay, where is that? Oh, yeah. Yep, I leave my set. I leave my own set, a camera no-no, which just cracks me the hell up. But I meant to bring this out as well because I just went to the post office to deliver a bunch of stuff. So I sent out some packages. Okay, and I got this as well, which is so beautiful. This is from Mercedes. I used to have a friend growing up named Mercedes. And this is her lip care line. I have not tried it yet because I literally ran in the door. Hi from Poland. And this is, this is the card. So you can say it. Can you guys see? Lip care. All right. So she sent a little care package because she knows how to hook a girl up. This is kind of interesting. This is one of their suckers. Look, it's 3-dimensional. I'm interested in that because sometimes when you suck on things, it makes your lips bigger. I'll stop. I'll stop. I'll just stop. I'll stop with the nonsense. Okay, so beautiful little crystal came with it. And we got all of these different, oh my God. Look at this, lip exfoliator. Lip exfoliator. That's right. Me and the rascal going to use that. And then we have tinted lip balm. So this is Passion. That seems good. I'll wear it running tomorrow. We'll see. I love them like this because when I climb up to the top of Palm Springs, I can stick them in my bra. And then when they snap a picture, even though I'm half dead, I'm like, I put the stuff on my lips, I put it on my cheeks and on my eyes, and then I'm cute again. That's how it works for me. Because other than that, I'm about ready to pass out. So yeah, she gave me all this beautiful, what is this one? Lip mask. Oh my God, lip mask. I know the glass, I don't know. I'll ask Lisa where you guys can purchase it from. I have to get let me grab the box and I'll tell you. So thank you so much, Mercedes, as well. These are all of her lip balms and they're beautiful. Look. And my lip exfoliator and my lip mask. Maybe she wants me to shut my mouth. I know she doesn't. She wants me to be super cute when I'm talking. That's what she wants. That's what she wants, right? Secretly, she's like, shut the fuck up. No, that's beautiful. And the card, where did I just put it? Oh my God. Anyway, the company, what did I just do with the card? The company is www.azailyana.com. And it looks like this. Wait, let's turn it this way. Can you guys see? So beautiful. I know. This is so cool. It's like Christmas without, and that was from Mercedes. So thank you so much for that. Let me get the package for the glass with Keith. It's right there, but I can't grab it in this mess. So you can see what it's called. It's absolutely exquisite. It's exquisite. Okay. It is called ARTPIX 3D Art Technology. So it came in this box. Oh, here we go. It comes in the box. Of course it comes in the box. And it's absolutely, can you see? Can you see Keithy and me in there? I remember that picture. We just left Don Cuco's and I made him hug me and take the picture. Take the damn picture, I said. Because those boys of mine never wanted to take the picture. Hi to your grandma. Wait, I'm a mom, grandma. Oh, to you, the mom and grandma. Okay, here it is, you guys. It tells you all about it. You can do diamond, heart, iceberg. Look, it's, oh, what an amazing idea. What a beautiful, look, you can do necklaces, and that's so lovely. It's going beside my bed. Let's find okay, here's the website. You guys take notes if you love that. It's exquisite. I don't know. Align the cover. I don't even know how to deal with it. This is a silicone mat. I'll put that away for later. I'm all over the place because I opened the package and I'm like, oh shit. And then it comes, these are the lights that it comes with. So I guess you put it under that and the light shines through. That's what I believe it is. There's 2 of these. Oh my God, Lisa and Karen, thank you so much. Okay, here's the website. The website is www.artpix3d.com. Here it is. It's exquisite. I mean, you can see, let's see. I didn't hook the light up, but let's put this. I can't put it down. I kept looking at him and I couldn't. For some reason, I couldn't stop crying, but I'm not going to cry right now. Can you guys see? Okay. Can you see? It's me and Keithy. Can you see it better? My hand's in the way, but can you see? Okay. I don't want to drop it because I'm, there. That's a picture from me and Keithy. Is that incredible? Is that incredible? That's actually, she took the Facebook picture. I put that up. That's outside. I'm not going to cry. That's all I can tell you. It's not going to happen again. It's not going to fucking happen. Oh yeah, you put the light under it. That would be smart. Let me try that. I didn't hook the lights. I didn't hook the lights up. So that's, I don't know what to say. It's absolutely beautiful. Okay, so, oops, see, put the light on. Okay, yeah, this just like we were saying. So it sits on a light, but you can see. It's so beautiful. There I am, I'm still wearing sunglasses the same way. It's, yeah, it was exquisite, just exquisite. So I thank you guys. I know, I was like, oh my God, I don't know what to say. It's absolutely beautiful. The lip balm's beautiful. The beautiful little angel with Pippa, Tulip and Pippa. And then the one with Keith, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to be talking to him all the time, but he's not really here. That's the hardest. Anyone, oh, I'll tell you the website again. The website, oops. My stand. Okay, the website is pix3d.com. I love cheese. I love cheese too. I can eat no more cheese. Cheese is on my ass. Cheese is on my ass. I know. I don't know what to say. It's so beautiful. I'm looking at it, my little doodleberry. That little boy never wanted to take a picture of me except when he was little. That's right. So, I know. Nita, Jason, and Lila one. Absolutely. I saw my little chirperoo last night. So Chirpy came by. It was pouring rain in Los Angeles, just pouring. And little Chirpy came by and finally picked up his part of the ashes for Keithy. And he absconded with one of my urns because he really liked it, which was good. I want him to have it so he can start processing his brother's passing. So we had a nice little chat. He didn't run right out the door. Usually he comes near me and he's like, and he runs out the door. And he came by himself. And so I was showing him everything. And finally I showed him the ashes because I had them made for his friends, little urns like this big, for his friends so they could do tattoos and necklaces. So I had like 11 or 12 of those done. Marvin has to come get his. I don't know where the hell Marvin is. No, Marvin's working. So when he's not working, Marvin is the cross builder. So he built the cross twice for Keithy and it's up as far as I know. So, and look, my makeup smudged down there. Anyway, so Marvin has to come by. So I'll see Marvin. And then I had 3 jars. I had the mortuary, whatever. George seems to be good. I haven't heard from him this week. I heard from him last week, but I will text him, little Georgie. So I had 3 like jars of Keith's ashes, like split at for me, Johnny, and Jason. And then of course I'm making the rings. And then I had an extra jar for myself. You would never think that a person is so many. Even Jason said, that's how much like I showed him, I pulled the bag out. Oh, there's Venus. Hi, Venus. My God, I have an aunt. Thanks, Venus. Oh my God, Venus, you guys, psychic in, where are you now? France. She's in France. We were going to do a show. I'm totally sideswiping this. We were going to do a show in, I think you did it. Oh my God, in Russia when it was getting blown up. It was about 3 or 4 years ago. She did it. I didn't. Where was it? It was wherever they were doing it. She can tell us where it is. I forget. Yeah, Simi Valley is totally freezing. I'm freezing. I'm on the other side of Simi. I'm across the freeway from you. I'm fucking freezing. But anyway, I put the ashes out there, and then I gave them to Jason, his portion of them, and he's like, "Wow, that's a lot," and it is a lot. I had them beside my bed. This could be why I don't get any action in my bed, right? I have ashes. It's sick. It's sick. I just have ashes everywhere. Not everywhere, they're contained, but I can't help myself. So it's just the way it is. And then Tulip's ashes. So I was making a ring yesterday, and Tulip's little ashes look like seashells, because I finally looked at hers because I wanted to familiarize myself. There's Jana. I wanted to, yeah, look like a beach sand. Weird, exactly. Keys have a different texture. Tulips look like her fur color. Like her ashes have that same color, her bones, as her little tortoise shell body had. So Tulip, I was looking at her ashes, multicolored, yeah, and Keith's are very different. Keith's are the color that his eyes went at the time that he died. So you can keep ashes you want anywhere you want. I know. It's I can't stop myself. So I called Jason today. I'm like, ring, ring, ring. I'm like, do you have the ashes still? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, what's he gonna do with them? I'm like, you're not gonna give them to anybody, are you? And he's like, no. And I'm like, are you sure? Because you should give them back to me if you like. I had a hard time giving them up, which is bizarre. But then I have like a whole other jar where I take Keith. So Tulip's my kitty. Keith's kitty, actually. But I have a whole other jar that I'm taking to the other peaks as soon as I can get up. And I might take some tomorrow because I'm climbing a peak if it doesn't rain. A peak where I haven't dropped his ashes yet. So I will take that bag of ashes up the peak. And then Jason's got some for his tattoos, and the kids, they've got them for that. And then the jewelry. So I'm busy making rings, but you don't use a lot of ashes. You use a teeny bit. Lip brushes. I'm going to teach you guys a video on how to do it when I can figure out how to set it up. But those lip brushes that you put, like they're disposable, that the makeup artists use, that's about as much ashes as you put on it to put in the mold that you do the rings with. Yeah, they mix the ashes in with the ink. Lucas already did it. Lucas dropped his drawers at Keith's birthday party in the restaurant, okay? Dropped his drawers so he could show us the tattoo on his leg. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Does your mother know this? So he put put Keith's ashes, and I think George did too, on the tattoo, and they got Keith's handwriting. So it's Keith's handwriting. So it was on Lucas's leg, and it's on George's arm. So yeah, ashes are really different colors. Keith's ashes are the color that I saw his body go. The bone is incredibly white. Tulip's ashes are like cinnamon colored seashells, and they're thicker than Keithy's. Keithy's is like fine ashes. And then Tulips is like sea scrubbed. It's weird. So yeah, it's weird. So I've got Tulips, and Tulips is, for a whole cat, it's about this big in a container. For Keithy, it's like a big jar like this that I split into 3, because keep in mind, he was like 200 pounds and 6'4". So it's weird. No, they're all different. Keith's are like blue gray, weird. Yeah, Keith is with Tulip right now. Yeah, Keithy was tall. Jason's tall. My boys were tall. Are tall. Jason's tall. John's tall. John's in his 70s, and John's still 6'1.5". That's as much as he's shrunk. So for somebody to be almost 75 and be 6'1.5", you're recall Newsom. Did I say that out loud? I just saw it. I'm like, recall him. We need to get rid of him, right? And a shout out to Arlene and her family. She is visiting her father, and we are wishing him to get well very soon. She's taking care of that. So I'm shouting out to Arlene. She's busy taking care of her family, and that's awesome. And she'll be back soon so we can harass her, which will be even more fun. There you go. Just lost another soul to drugs today. Oh no. I hate it when people do drugs. I hate it. I hate it. Wait, not of my rats. They were cremated. Oh my God. I got to tell you a rat story for real. Okay. So somebody likes my nails. Wait, this is Christy liking my nails. I just saw it. Yeah, these are my short nails. They're ombre. So it's ombre. Don't do like pink and white anymore. That's old school. So Jasmine, tell me. Anyway, these are ombre. So you can do blue ombre. I did shiny light baby pink to try to be docile. Whatever. Okay, so I have a rat story. So when my boys were little, right, we had rats. I mean, pet rats. So we had a hamster, no, a guinea pig named Cleopatra that we found in a garbage dump because someone threw the guinea pig in a garbage dump. Its little eye was all bugging out and they just wrapped it up. And for some reason we threw some stuff ourselves in the garbage dump and I saw it like move. So I picked it up because, you know, I just did. And so, yeah, animals have souls. So the little, and it looked like tulip. It was all that color, like cinnamon. So anyway, this was a guinea pig. So Cleopatra came home. She lived about 2 years. I took her to the vet. It cost like whatever on her poor little eye. And then they dumped her in the garbage. I know. I don't know how we found her. Maybe she was crawling out. We were in our garbage, the big green ones that come in the neighborhood. So we were dumping it in there. And so cute. She was so cute. Anyway, that was Cleopatra because she, you know, the eye thing. So Cleopatra. And we looked after her and then she passed. And then we had Templeton and Charlotte. So Templeton and Charlotte were the rats. And we left them with Brittany and Corey across the street when we went to Canada and in the summer. And I think they left them out on the porch. But anyway, they passed away in the heat because, you know, we were living in Santa Clarita then and it gets up to be like 117 up there. It does in the valley too. So I took the rats' bodies. I know Charlotte's Web. I took the rats' bodies and I put them under the tree outside of where we were living and just covered it up a little bit, right? And Jason finds it and starts sobbing because I guess he found it like in the midst of decomposing with the bugs everywhere. And this was too much for him, right? Like he couldn't stop crying. So I went and bought them 2 more rats and I can't even remember their names. And then we were moving and I couldn't take the rats back. I couldn't take the rats to the new place. So I took them to where I hike and I told them that there was a rat commune there. And so we let the rats loose in the wild. That wasn't really good. I'm quite sure they're dead. But my boys think they went to the rat camp. They probably know different now. I didn't know what to do. No one would take them and we couldn't take them. So, yeah. Oh, they eat the wires. I know they eat dinner under my car too. I've seen their little rat stuff under there. Wait, I know this is weird, but I had a dream Jason was my brother. I'm sure he could be. So yeah, rats they like the heat of the engine. And oh, there's Alberta, Canada. There you go, my people. Rats live under the hood because when you put the car on, they like to, and I see their food under there too. Oh yeah, they do that. They do. They really do. I had them here. And the last thing I did with Keith, the last thing I did the day before he died is I went to the house and got him to come out, lift my hood up and take all my old tissues. You put, bounce dryer sheets under there. Oh, Toronto in the house. That is where I grew up. Cranbrook. That is where I visit. Anyway, Keith and we tied the dryer sheets all around my hood underneath my car, my engine. And Keith was looking at me. He's like, why are we doing this? And I'm like, because rats don't like bounce dryer sheets. And he's like, oh, okay. So he put them all under the hood so that we would do that. Yeah, that's what we did. The rats, they're into eating everything. Like they're hungry. They're hungry. It does work. I think I haven't done it since Keith died. So really they're old dryer sheets under there. I just hope every time I go to my mechanic that he tells me, his name is Jason, and I hope that he just tells me if they're back. And that works for ants in the house too. It also works for those bitch mosquitoes by Kill Gates, those little GMO'd mosquitoes. If you put them in your bed, but in your socks or by your feet, and then under your, yeah, I'll let you know when my readings are open again. I can't handle the pressure of it, honestly. So, yeah, when I get too booked, I haven't worked. I cleared up readings as of January, and I sent some people their money back who yelled at me. One guy gets on the phone and he's like, I'll fight you. And I'm like, holy shit. Like, he was supposed to call me, and then he got all upset and he had an attitude. So I'm like, I'm not even going to give you a reading. You can take your money back and shove it up your ass. So, but that's, no, fight me for what? I don't fucking care if you get a reading. Yeah, I'm like, I really don't. I just can't do it right now, honestly. So I'll open it up sometime, maybe around the end of February. What's his address? It's hilarious. But I really can't, I can't. I just, as soon as, oh, there's Bobby. Hi, Bobby. Okay, like, there's Bobby. I have to show Bobby this. She didn't see it. Look. Lisa sent me this. Look, Bobby, you put a light under it. Can you see? It's three-dimensional Keithy and me. Can you see that? Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. It's absolutely, I know. It's got a light under it. It's me and Keith from a Facebook picture of me and Doodleberry. It's absolutely incredible. I don't even know what to say. I was crying. That's what I said. I was getting ready and I thought, oh, I better open this so I can thank them. And then I started crying. So really, I can't do both. I can't do both. But yeah, the reading thing, I know. It's etching. There you go. That's it. It's incredible. The reading thing, I'm going to try to do. I've got to film the videos for the astrology, which I keep saying, and I really can't do both. I just don't have the energy anymore to do it. So I've got so little energy as a person right now. I am drained, and I don't know why. Now the heat is on me. I have to keep doing this. I don't know why, but I find it difficult. Like, you know, I did one reading this month and then I had to sleep after it because for no reason. And she's lovely, but I had to go to sleep because I was just tired. So I just, you know, can't do everything like that. Exactly. Yeah, it might be that too. It just hit me. And yeah, I didn't have a chance to stop after Keithy. It's been 6 months. So it's never going to be, are there chakra healers? Of course, you can, yes, there are chakra healers. I'm going to talk about something, but first I want to show you guys this picture because my little cousin, okay, is pregnant. She's the same age as Jace. And so I'll just show you her picture. So cute. She's out in the middle of, she's out in the middle of the snow in Canada, but that's baby Cassidy right there. She's pregnant. She's going to be giving birth at the end of this month, I think, right around Kenna's birthday, I believe. Anyway, yeah, so she's doing the whole pregnancy in the snow. The pregnancy, I know, it's so cute. She's just out there in the freezing snow. It's cracking me up. I'm like, what the hell? Totally. There they are out in the snow taking their little pregnancy pictures. Isn't that great? I mean, yeah, so that's little Cassidy. She's a Sag too, but she's an early Sag. So yeah, that's a little baby coming to the family. So I have to get her little baby care package. So Canadian. Oh, it's fucking cold. That's in BC. That's in Trail, BC. So I don't know all the music Keithy listened to. He listened to my kind of music and then he listened to his kind of music. So can you do a video on Pisces rising? Yeah, no, I'm doing the astrology videos. My goal next week is to kick it for the whole week. I have to do it and I have to actually write it out. So yes, Shannon, prayers for your mother. Totally prayers for your mother. So yeah, this little baby's coming to my cousin Stephanie, also psychic, and cousin Jay. So Jay and Stephanie going to be grandparents. Super cute little baby on the way. Yeah, I spent every Christmas in Trail with our family. If you're in Trail, Bella Tires, that's our family. That's one of our family's businesses. And so anyway, give them business. I don't need tires, and I'm in California. But yeah, the Bellas, John was from Penticton, but we spent every winter in trail at Red Mountain, if you guys know Red Mountain. For years, that's where Keithy and Jason skied, was Red Mountain. So that's what we did. Super exciting, and there you go. All right, so psychic baby coming in. I know, right? Psychic baby coming in, little baby. I said I can't wait to get there so that I can babysit, which just means hugging a baby. Exactly. Thanks, Bobby. Coffee money. Stella. Okay, I wanted to talk about something so like Wasaga Beach. Yeah, that's Ontario. See, I know. Yes, I met John in the US. In fact, okay, now I'm going to tell you that stupid story. It's not a stupid story. Okay, so I got on a plane in 1986. Oh my God, you have a chinchilla named Chihuahua chinchilla. I'm like, you have a chinchilla? A Chihuahua named Stella. Stella, no soup for you. Fucking hilarious. No soup for you. Boom. Anyway, so 1986, I was high as a kite on LSD. Yeah, that's right. And I was in a park, I don't know which park in Toronto, because, I was fucked up. And yeah, I turned 22. We're the same age. I turned 20 that year as well. So I was really fucked up on LSD. And I had a boyfriend named Steve, actually named Stephen King at the time. Not the writer, just some kid named Stephen King. And my friend Leonard, and I was really, really fucked up. All right. So, no, I can't spare a square. And I was headed to California the next day, but I didn't sleep. I was running through the park. I really don't know what I was doing. I can't remember. My hair is sticking up from the water. Anyway, so we go back to Steve's house. I go to sleep. They wake me up. They're like, you have to catch your plane. And I'm like, fuck it. I'm not going. As is the case with drugs, right? So what happened is, I know, Brando voice. Anyway, what happened is they drove me down the side of the street, the freeway, to go on the side of the thing because I was late to catch the plane. I had 15 minutes. They ran me through the airport, shoved me on that plane, boom, get on the plane. So halfway through the plane ride home, I'm crashing. Home where I am, LA, I'm crashing. There was I don't know, 3-hour layover in Chicago where I'm in a skirt and heels and it's freaking freezing. I have just one purse with me and some running shoes and a book and makeup and hair dryer and an extra sweater. Oh my God. Anyway, so I'm sleeping on the bench, and then the plane comes, and on the plane I'm arriving. I've got a fever. That wouldn't be allowed to happen right now. I'd probably be thrown out the window of the plane. I've got a fever. I'm coming down. They're giving me aspirin. My head's spinning. I know nobody, right? I know. Who dates somebody named Stephen King? I did. It's really his name. Anyway, I land in Burbank, right? Yeah. Well, I did LSD. I did LSD before I got on the plane, but I don't even know what I did. I don't know what I did for 3 days around when I left. I have no idea. Okay. None. Couldn't tell you. Anyhow, when I got to Burbank, I got off the plane. I knew nobody. I knew not one person in California. So this guy was when they had taxi cab drivers, and he's like, hey, you want to go to a party? And I'm like, okay, because I'm that girl. So anyway, that led me on a 3-week, wherever I went, no idea. Actually, we went to the FM station in the Valley when it was the FM station. We went to some party where there was a huge bus parked outside with the musicians, and I backed the bus over someone's Porsche. Yeah. I just got in the bus and went to move the bus, actual bus, like a tour bus. I don't even know how I got in the bus. Anyway, it drove over the back end of the guy's Porsche. Whole long story. That's a whole other issue. And on we go, right? And so anyway, we went there and I started jogging. I know, right? I know. It was an oopsie. I know. I went into the party. I'm like, who owns the Porsche? 'Cause the bus just ran over your Porsche. That's what I said. I didn't say I was driving it. Well, I wasn't driving it. I couldn't fucking get out of the parking spot. But no, he wasn't happy. They didn't yell at me. I think someone did tell on me. But again, I don't remember. And then I met this guy from Chicago. And then I met this other guy. A lot of people from Chicago at the time. So taxi cab driver guy, I don't know where he went. And then I went off on another, the bus did do it. The bus was haunted. Anyway, I went off on another thing. The next few mornings, so I went down to the YMCA on Selma Street in Hollywood, and I shared a bathroom. That's fucking disgusting. I don't know where I was going on the bus. I was too high. Anyway, I probably did something else in the party. Can't even remember. So I'm staying at the YMCA in Hollywood, or whichever one it was, and it was like little 3x6 rooms, and I had a private room, but I had to share a bathroom down the hall, like a hostel. I think it was like $20 a night or something. Anyway, I did that, and that's in Hollywood. So I would see the hills in Burbank from when I flew in, right? And so I ended up, when I got a car, driving, listen to this, driving to Burbank, parking my car on a street called Tahunga, walking up that street with my little running shoes on, going into the hills that I climb in the morning, right? I ended up living on that street. I used to park outside of the house that was John's house without ever I didn't know John. I literally parked on that street and walked up and down that street when I first came to Los Angeles. So that is a true story. And then I met John in a club, and did you have a boring 20s? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's what happened. But I used to run up and down that street, and I ended up living on that street. Jason and Keith were walked up and down that street right where I parked my car. Whole other story how I got a car. Some guy gave me a car, some cook in a restaurant. Anyway, really, he was trying to get rid of, I think it might have been a stolen car, because when I tried to register it, it wasn't in his name. So I think he just wanted to like launder the car. Yeah, I got caught up in that. So anyway, that's what happened. And so that was around there with John's house. And then when I first dated John for 6 months, he wouldn't show me where he lived, or, someone did just give me a car. That's happened a couple of times in my life. It's strippers that happens too. Shit like that happens. Sorry, it does. It would never happen to me now because I'm not of that age. But so I met John. I recognized him. I told you I saw a dark-headed baby and a strawberry blonde-headed baby on his back, and I introduced myself, and that's how I met him. But we dated for like 6 months, basically hoteled it for 6 months, or moteled it, or whatever we did. He didn't want to bring me home or introduce me to his kids, or no, they never gave me Mercedes. No, I never got a Mercedes. This was a car with suicide doors and a Volkswagen. I also got a Volkswagen. That's a whole other story. In Watts, down by the Crenshaw district, when the car stalled because it was a stick, and I was in my club outfit. So I was in fishnets, heels, and booty shorts, and I was the only white person for miles around. And the car was stopped in the middle, like way past Inglewood up there, some fucking crazy place. And, I had bleached long blonde hair, and I was like, like this. The guy came out of the gas station. He's like, you cannot be out here by yourself. And I'm like, why? Like, it didn't even occur to me. I was like, why? He's like, because you're white. And I'm like, yeah, I know, but why? So he babysat me until we could get the car fixed. And then I went home. No, you remember booty shorts? I know. I wish I could wear. You know what, ladies? Let the young ones wear the booty shorts because it's fantastic. There's nothing like where your body's all good. I never thought I'd say this. I never thought it would go away. It goes away. But booty shorts are the best. Okay? Yeah, I can't wear them. I mean, if I wore them, it'd be offensive. I know, never tan in fishnet stockings. I know. Thank you for that. Thank you, guys. Yeah, it goes downhill. After you've had kids, really, it goes downhill. Kind of, like my belly was so stretched. But anyway, so John and I dated, and so for 6 months we stayed in hotels. He came to my house though. And that's when I was living with Dee, not Psychic Dee. Deidre, my friend from acting school, Stella Adler Acting School, where I went to school with the younger Cassidys, and some other famous people that were on Dallas and some people that were on soap operas, etc. Anyway, Dee was in my acting class and she had an extra room. So I stayed, actually it was her living room, on a mattress in her living room, and every room was rented out. And then we had a roommate, Adam. I told you about Adam. And yes, Stella is after Stella Adler. That's exactly who Stella is after. That was written by Tennessee Williams. You know Tennessee Williams? Tennessee Williams, right? I was so familiar with everything. I always played the roles when I was at Stella Adler. Geraldine Page's roles, Stella Adler's class did a lot of Tennessee Williams, but he wrote the character of Stella after Stella Adler. So she was in her 80s at the time I was there, I believe. Yeah, so really, I've been out in the rain wearing a hat. Anyway, yeah, Asian women can wear booty shorts. Don't give me that. You just gotta wear the booty shorts that fit your body, right? But so me and Johnny hung out there, and he came to Dee's house. Dee had 4 dogs, 3 cats, something like that. So she would hide them all in a room, and they'd all come out. And of course they come on the mattress in the living room because that's what these animals did. And Dee's room, I remember, looked like a bomb went off. And Adam was very manic depressive and or bipolar. I'm really not sure which, but he would go off his meds, and you'd go in his room and he would be carving logs, huge logs. And he'd be like, I'm building a bunk bed. And you were like, okay, he's off his meds again. Then one time me and Johnny came home and we walked in, and the house was full of either Buddhists or Hare Krishnas. I think it might've been Buddhists. And poor Adam was in there, and he come from a wealthy family. Parents paid for him to live there. And so there he sat in the Buddhist, in the Buddhist home, right? And I mean, with all the Buddhists around him. And so John started arguing with the Buddhists because he thought they were taking advantage of Adam. Oh my God, Jackie, thank you. Certain as a stripper, that girl got everything gifted for her and she never had to do everything. I know. Well, yeah, I didn't get a Mercedes or anything. As I said, I got a big car with suicide doors that wasn't registered to the person that gave me, and then I got a Volkswagen. I did get free driving lessons because people were trying to stop me from killing people on the road. Thank you so much for that, Jackie. Thank you. Oh my God, thank you so very much. I mailed your package. You know that. Your package is on its way. It's on its way. Went through the post. It's all wrapped and going through the post. I hope it gets there. I don't trust this post lady sometimes. Anyway, what I was going to say is the Buddhists were trying to trick Adam into, I don't know what. So John is arguing with them, and finally the Buddhists left Adam's life because they couldn't listen to John anymore, which should have been a clue. Should have been a clue about his arguing skills. And then one time me and Adam were going to the bank in Venice, and we were driving down the street, right? Down the street, and there's a wall. You guys probably know it in Venice. What is it on? Oh my God, I can't remember the name of that street. Anyway, the street hits a wall and you go right or you left. It's by the airport, like off of Bundy. Anyway, we're going down there, and he'd removed the front seat to his car, the front passenger seat, because it was offensive to him. He was off his meds. And so we're driving, and I'm just catching a ride to the fucking bank, all right? And he's like, I think I want to hit the wall. And I'm like, why do you want to do that? And he's like, I think it's time for us to hit the wall. I'm like, I don't really want to hit the wall from the back seat with no front seat in front of me and no seatbelt in the fucking back seat. And anyway, yeah, no, he was like driving straight for the fucking wall, and he just was going like 70. And I was like, I'm going to die. It wasn't funny. Anyway, I started screaming at him when we got out of the car. I would walk home from the bank, and that was that. And so then he went back on his meds, which meant he slept for a month. He couldn't get out of bed for a month, and then he was. No, John saved Adam from giving away his money to the Buddhists, and that's the truth. Like Dee was like, thanks for doing that. Anyway, then I moved in with John, and it was a whole other bunch of shenanigans after that point. It's never been like easy peasy. But when I moved in with John, immediately I recognized the street because I'd been running on that street because it leads up into the hills. Any of you in Burbank know it leads up by the Castaways and into the hills. So I lived like a block away from the hills that I ran. So it was absolutely great. And when I had Jason and Keith, I threw them on my back and threw them on my stomach and back on the little knapsacks. Jason made me carry him till he was 2. Keith got off quicker, out of the knapsack. So that was good. That was so great. Thank you, Jackie, for that. So, yeah, that was, wait, women with wolf tattoos scare men, just saying. I don't have a tattoo. I used to have a face tattoo right here. And I'm thinking of doing the lip piercing here, but I got to find out first if it's going to eat my gums because I already got like bones shit going on. Always have. So that's what I'm going to do. Anyway, that's the boring life story of how I ended up in LA. High as a kite, ended up here. Don't care who knows it. The family wishes I would shut up. Oh, Gary Busey. Yeah, we got stories. He lives next door to some family members of ours. And actually, I met his wife at a party. His young wife, his only wife with his kid. Yeah, so that family we know. At least the wife's side of the family. And I'm not sure if she's still friends with the family member. But yeah, the little kid looks exactly like Gary Busey, the son. Exactly. And he's the same age as John's grandkids, and that's who they're friends. So he's friends with John's grandkids, not Rascal Pants, the twins. Yeah, he seems creepy, doesn't he? Well, he had a motorcycle accident and he lived. That's because he hit the ground doing, I guess I don't know if he was high actually, but that's what a motorcycle accident will do to you if you live. I mean, that's a huge problem. That's why he looks so weird. I think he has a fake eye, and I think he had brain damage, and there's so many different things that happened because he didn't die, he lived. So I'm super happy that Keith crossed over and didn't live with the kind of damage I think he would have had. It's super rainy out. My hair is going crazy. You have no hair, but when you have no hair and it gets all wiry, it's like crazy. How can I find the death of a sibling in my chart? It depends. That's not an easy question to answer. You've got to look at the transits at the time of the death, the 3rd house, the 8th house, the 4th house. Yeah, you have to, oh, your sister died of cancer. I hate this fucking planet. I really hate this planet. Honestly, I hate it. I just hate it. And now I'm just going to make jokes. I'm going to be in everybody's face and they're going to have to deal. That's it. I'm losing friends left, right, and center. Valerie Bertinelli. Yeah. She lives in Malibu, I believe. Yeah. Eddie, Valley. Keith's girlfriend's dad, Kevin, used to fix Eddie's motorcycle. And so did Bobby, our friend of ours, the one with the Porsche farm. There is a thing of such as a Porsche farm. He's a Porsche racer, so he races Porsches. Let's see. I can't stand it. But what I was going to talk about, they're still trying to, Trump's gone, so now we can move on from hearing about it. Why do I have to hear about it every day? I fucking care. Let it go, people. Pancreatic cancer. Oh, that's terrible. Can you see your own death? You can see your own death. I did dream my own death 2 years ago in a head-on car collision where I just flew right out of my body. And so I started driving differently after I saw that. I woke right up in the dream as I was being thrown right through the cars. So the cars were hitting straight on. I think it was a car coming the wrong way down the freeway because I'm always driving in the middle of the night because, I peruse like a mountain lion in the middle of the night. But I was going down the freeway in my dream and this car hit and it's like, it just came right boom, and it's like I crossed through it like that and then flew out. So I wonder if I was dreaming what happened to Keith or, whatever. But yeah, death does show in your chart. Yeah, it can show in your chart. now that I look at Keith's chart, I can see it. I could see the death of a child in my chart for sure in the 5th house with a Pluto transit. Which reminds me, you all, when everybody airy-fairy fuck on the planet is talking about age of Aquarius and, oh, Aquarius is so this and that. Let's not forget the United States is going through its Pluto return. The day that Keith died, Pluto was aspecting my Mars, which is car accident, within 1 minute. So the US as a whole is going to go through its Pluto return, the first one it's ever had. Just think of the fall of the Roman Empire when they were having their Pluto return. There you go. Yeah, they did tell me that. Yeah, Timothy Curley did tell me that. Timothy since died, but Timothy didn't know he was dying. And my friend said, how come Timothy couldn't predict his own death? And I'm like, I don't know. I mean, sometimes they show you, sometimes they don't show you. I dreamt Jimmy's death. I definitely knew Jimmy was going to die 2 weeks off of that. And Jimmy was here for the 2 months before Keith died, but I thought it wasn't going to be Keith. I knew it was going to be one of them. Yeah, so we're going to have a Pluto return in the United States of America. So good luck with that. Good luck with all your airy-fairy peace. I'm so sick of psychics and astrologers not talking about the truth when it comes to it. So I can't. My stepson, when Keith was born, his brother died. So yeah, I know. Yes, Pluto, exactly. We're getting close. 2022, February, exactly 1 year from today. Watch the bullshit continue to build. But what I am glad about is I wanted to have this discussion with you because so many people ask me. Okay, so let's just talk about this for a second. So when you are a young person and you're born with your beautiful, creative February 2022, exactly. We're in 2021, right? Where are we? So when you're born with your absolute beautiful talent, whatever your talent is, your talent for singing, your athletic talent, your whatever talent it is, right? And you are born with this talent. As you build on your talent on earth, okay, you build your stamina, people start to notice you. The energies that don't have an ounce, oh, you have talent, everybody has talent. It may not, you're probably defining your talent by judging it against what other people consider talent, and that's not a way to judge it. I mean, when I started off being psychic, they called me mentally ill and tried to put my ass in a you know, for the U in Toronto, the Clark Institute. So yeah, I mean, it wasn't talent. Yeah, sexual talents, whatever. It doesn't matter, whatever your talent is. It just depends. Like nobody was being nice to psychics when I was doing it. They were mocking me, actually. They were not being nice. I'm going back 40 years ago. They were not nice. They just mock you and they call you crazy and you have a perceptual problem and your family tells you you're mentally ill and they tell you this and you're acting up and you're making up stories. You're a liar. You know the bullshit. Stop telling stories. All of that shit. Shut the fuck up is what I say now because they're so disrespectful. Okay, why did you take LSD? I took LSD for years. Why not? I don't know. I just took it. That's what I did. People go, why'd you take drugs? I never said I never took drugs. I stopped everything when I was 20. And then when I got pregnant with Jason, I stopped smoking. So I was 23 when I got pregnant with Jason and I stopped smoking at that point and stopped drinking. So, that's what I did. Mushrooms, I ended up in the hospital. Yeah, LSD. I don't know. I couldn't take LSD now. Don't get me wrong. I couldn't take fucking LSD right now. Thank you for that, you guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you very much, Nora. I think that's from Nora. Let me check. I know Jackie's over there. Thank you, Jackie. Oh, this is Annette. Thank you, Annette. I said Nora. I just saw Nora go up. Thank you, Annette, so much. Oh, my God. Thank you, guys. This is great because I really haven't been doing readings since, I think I booked from November to January. As of January, I just literally had to step back. But what I was starting to say is, yeah, a lot of kids do drugs. I left home at 14. So I'm going to do all the drugs. I told you I did the drive-by with one of my friends that OD'd. Well, he was ODing because I saw a demon come out of his body and he was speaking in tongues. I was in bed beside him and I was reading something and this thing came out of his body while he was asleep. and it was talking in tongues to me. So I figured out he was overdosing because I couldn't understand what the hell the thing was saying. It's like a spirit body stepped up and I could hear it, like, you know, whatever. So I grabbed another person, put him in the car. I was 14, literally, drove to the hospital. We opened the door and shoved him out onto the cement because we did not want, yes, it scared me, but I knew he was going to die. So you're welcome out there, and you know who you are. Yeah, we did all kinds of stuff like that because you don't want to get caught and arrested, you know. But yeah, I've seen a lot of that. And I don't know why I did LSD. I actually got along very well on LSD, not mushrooms. I ended up in the hospital on that. But LSD, I would go completely telepathic. That did end me up in jail because when you don't talk to the police, they tend to put you in the car because they think you're being belligerent. But I was telepathically talking to them. They just weren't understanding it. Different language. Anyway, so when you develop talents on earth as a younger person, when you develop talents, and your talents are a commodity, whatever your talents are, okay, whether you can cook, whether you can, whatever it is you can do, no matter what you can do, your talents, okay, your talents of stubbornness, your talents of tenaciousness, communication, musical, voice, kindness, healing, whatever it is, athleticism, whatever it is, those that inhabit the earth, we are arrogant as human beings to think that we are the only ones. We are people who think, we are raised to think in this culture that it's just human beings and you live this life and science is right and nothing exists after. Even churches do not tell us correctly. Churches have been infiltrating information into human beings' minds in order to trick them or harness the energy of human beings in the wrong way. Thank you for that. Thank you so much, you guys. So human beings have been lied to. You can't trust churches, Catholic, Buddhist, whatever. They're not telling the truth. The saints are entities, okay? We saint you, we call the saints for help. Well, you're calling something from the other side to help you. What is this if that is not human, right? It's not human. Do you see what I'm saying? And so Buddhists have godheads that they call in, also not human. What happens when we get so used to praying into things or beings to help us acquire? So let's just say we are somebody like, who do I want to say? Some rapper. We'll just say like Cardi B or whatever. So suddenly we're Cardi B, right? Well, we're not, but pretend we're Cardi B. So we're somebody like that, you know, obnoxious rapper person. And let's say in the beginning of her career, she really wants it to go well. Okay, Jesus, Buddha, Allah are all one in the same. They're all part of that linear of light working teachers. I'm talking about if you do Santeria and you call in an entity, there's many names for them. I can't repeat them all. I mean, I can't even remember. I don't know them all. And you call them in to help you gain money. You call them in to help you gain love. You call them in to help you do whatever it is you want done. Because who wants to live here? She is fucking annoying, isn't she? Thank you for that. Thank you. Oh, let's see who this is. Hold on. Oh, no, don't be sorry. This is Lisa who sent the gift there. Feisty Fairy. No, it's beautiful. It's just I didn't expect to make it cry. It's absolutely exquisite. I don't have the light because I didn't set the light up and I opened it. Just, it's so beautiful. It's me and Keithy. It's the most beautiful thing, Lisa. I don't even know what to say. It's so beautiful, but I had to open it. I was just chuckling at myself. I'm like, of course I was going to wait. And then I'm like, of course you're going to open it. Because if you open one, you got to open the other. And this came from Karen. This is the little angel. I think it did, right, Lisa? This is a little angel with Pippa on it. Tulip. Nickname Pippa. Oh, my Keithy. Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. I can't believe that little boy went, but it's an amazing gift. Thank you so much, Lisa. Oh my God, thank you. I felt Tulip run through the house. I did for a second. I expected her to be right there. So I know Feisty Fairy and Fabulous. That's what it is. That's Lisa who sent the this beautiful, this, I'm showing you through the light so you can see it. Can you see? It's from that beautiful, I know my hands are blocking it and I didn't set the light up stupidly. It's right there. It's me and Doodleberry. He hated me taking that picture. I jumped right over that. I take a picture. And he's like, like that. Anyway, Cardi B. So let's pretend we're Cardi B. And we have an ability to attract the masses. And let's say we've been doing Santeria because the bitch been doing Santeria. So let's say we've been doing the Santeria and we've been doing all of that to attract what it is we want. Admit it, we all light intention candles. We all do, law of attraction, which doesn't necessarily work because you're focused on things that you don't have. Therefore, you don't have it. So that's not the way you focus on obtaining something. The other thing is when they get to a certain level, Santeria, Hispanic type of, I guess, witchcraft, you want to say, and it's not all evil. I'm not opposed to any of it. All of it can be considered a cult done in secret. You can burn sage and pray. I don't think any of it's better. I've lit intention candles. I've done all kinds of things. I just don't do it against a specific person like I want their money or I want their whatever. Thank you for that. Thank you guys all for the super chats. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Voodoo, Catholic, Santeria. Well, the Hispanic community loves their Santeria. So it's very Hispanic. So, and Voodoo is very interesting. So me and Johnny were at a store that I went to. Deanna used to do readings out of this store. For those of you in Hollywood, it's a store called Pan Pipes, long time ago. And it's since moved off of Hollywood Boulevard. It was on Vine, actually. Cahuenga. Vine. Cahuenga. One or the other. Cahuenga. Anyway, it was a store. So we used to go there. My kids went there. I took my kids in with their babies, and you go and they knew every kind of thing. Every kind of thing. Oh, it is. Every kind of, in order to run an occult shop correctly, you have to embrace both the light and the dark. It's just the way it is, okay? It's Santa Muerte, Day of the Dead. You have to embrace both sides because you're going to have customers that come in and they want to do satanic ritual. They want to do voodoo, hoodoo. It's very similar but different. They want to do Santeria. They want to do Celtic magic. They want to do, they want to do whatever. So unless you're just a Christian store, I guess, or a satanic store, you're going to combine both, right? So anyway, Pan Pipes was there, and then it shut down just before what happened last year, and they put their rent up some ridiculous amount. So I was talking to the owner of the store, and I used to go in there and get my candles all the time. They had the candles. She would dress the candles right there for spells, for everything, right? No karma for the person. Well, they say that, but if I go in a store and I say, hey, I want that girl's husband, which I would never do. But let's say I do that. I would want that girl's husband, right? If I'm in the store, because I've heard people do this. I'm in love with Fred, and Fred is married to my neighbor. And that store you just mentioned there, about as fucking evil as they come. Yeah, I don't even want to be associated with those people. Anyway, the owner, well, one of the owners is dead. But yeah, all the stores in the valley, whatever, we don't have to. That woman on that store 25, 26, 30 years ago tried to petition Los Angeles County to do a license for readers where it would be $1,500 a reader so that she could control all the readers. Fuck that girl. Fuck that girl. No, it's not amazing. No, it's not. I know all about that store. To this store. Anyway, I don't even care. I'm not associated with them, so I don't care. All I'm saying is, whatever your intention is when you do a candle, okay? When you do a candle. So if you go in and you say, I want Fred, and Fred is married to my neighbor. So you are trying to manipulate Fred out of his marriage. So you're trying to covet somebody else's person, right? So that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to covet. So if you manipulate a situation like that, let's say I go into a store like Pan Pipes, which is not their name. It's Pan Pan Apotheca right now, and Vicky's the owner. Anyway, let's say you go in there and you go in to have Vicky do the spell for you, okay? The person doing the spell, I guarantee you, is just doing the work that you're paying her to do, which at a certain point, I don't do anything like that because it's none of my business what you want to do, but I don't want to be involved in that shit. What I will do is I will do oils for, only in Burbank did it work for them. Only in Burbank did you have to pay $1,500 a year for a license to work as a psychic. So all the psychics went and got their hypnotherapy licenses, which was $65. So that's the kind of fuckery that is, because she wanted a monopoly on the reading. See, the talent, just think about this for a second, what I was saying, in Hollywood, Cardi B, etc. The talent, which is the psychics, not the owner of a bookstore. The owner of a bookstore just owns a brick and mortar. She owns nothing else. She doesn't own an ability. She doesn't own anything, okay? So the owner of any store does not own your ability, but she wanted to harness that ability, make it hard to pay unless you worked for her. Yeah, you don't own my ability. You don't own my skill. You don't own my education. You don't own anything about me. You're not my fucking pimp. No. Okay, so that's my feeling on that. Anyway, if you're going to be doing, the only kind of candles that I do is, okay, clearing, cleansing, removing negative energy. That's my right. I don't have to have dust and hatred coming into my house, meaning thrown at me, right? So I don't have to have that coming onto me as a person. So I'm allowed to take care of myself, right? So I do prosperity, abundance, love, all of that kind of thing. I do all of that. That's what I do, but not directed at anybody. Just ultimate love, ultimate cleansing. I would like to open the doorways. I would like to do these oils I sell. Not specifically. You are still responsible for the intentions you put, even if you hire a third party to do it. You are still responsible. Runes are only a tool. Ouija board is only a tool. Tarot cards are only a tool. These are only tools. White candle with rosemary, lemon, cedar wood. That's what you do in a white candle. Just anoint it. Anoint it means to oil it with that. That's all. And clear it. That's right. So yeah, I have a Buddha in my home. I like Buddha. So that's what I like. I like Buddha. Lemon is fantastic. So you clean your home. You can light a white candle and you can clear your home with your intention. You don't allow negative in. But if you go to a third party with the intention of coveting somebody else's love, money, whatever, you're like a woman that goes out. A long time ago, this person I knew came to me and she said, oh, I'm taking yoga classes from this guy. He just had a baby, but I want him. Well, you're some kind of a fucked up person to say that. And that's going to come back on you. So yes, the karma comes back on that, okay? The karma comes back for doing that kind of stuff. So let's say you're starting up in the music industry like Cardi B. She's, a stripper. She's hanging out with the rappers. She's doing her stuff. She's doing great. She can sing, or she's got something interesting that's sellable or a commodity or whatever. And then she starts doing a little bit of the rituals, like, I need some help getting to the next level. Well, she calls in the help, meaning she lights a candle, right? Or she isn't in the beginning though. It's not about that in the beginning. In the end it is. But she goes to a practitioner that helps her conjure up a twin, an image over here that one can't see that helps her obtain her goal. So she bonds energetically. That's what's going on with somebody like Cardi B, Lady Gaga, Justin Bieber, whoever, Lindsay Lohan, however you want to do that. They are conjuring up. So like you pray to your God, okay, please God help me, whatever. She's praying to a non-human energy form that she's pulling to her and asking to help her. See, they can't do it without your permission. So you have to be tricked kind of into allowing it into your space. So she's allowing it because she's saying, this is what I, want to have happen, right? This is what I want to have happen. There's a tape online of Lady Gaga where she's talking to Jimmy Kimmel and she goes, I pray to Lucifer. Look up that tape. Look up Lady Gaga prays to Lucifer. She says it right there. I don't know how much more in your face. I don't care what she is. She doesn't affect me either way. I could have a nice conversation with her. I could have dinner with her. I could do whatever. She doesn't affect me because I'm with God. So God protects me. You can only take me out of my body on this side, and I know what Lady Gaga does. I understand what she does. I know exactly what she does. I know exactly what she does because she does the spirit cooking, which is fine. They're conjuring up an entity to put into an object in order to harness energy from outside of themselves. See, if you don't know the occult, then you have to familiarize yourself with the occult. I get yelled at all the fucking time in my home because John's just like giving me the faces. He hangs up on me a lot of the time. He hangs up on me. He goes, but why? I'm like, but why not? Anyhow, Carlos Santana, that guy. Great shoes, though. He makes nice shoes. Thank you for that. Thank you for the last super chat. Scarborough in the house. I remember it well. But see, what happens to people... Now, I'm not saying... Okay, so we're born into a world, all of us, where only what we're indoctrinated with on TV, what we see and hear in music, popular culture, our community, our friends, love those. I know those Santana shoes. They're absolutely, I know, they're fantastic. Like Jessica Simpson, fan-fucking-tastic. But we're indoctrinated by what is considered valuable, okay? What is valuable? So valuable, of course, if you grow up in poverty, money is valuable. If you grow up ugly, then attractiveness is valuable. If you grow up abused, kindness or attention is valuable. If you don't understand that you're being manipulated from your core essence as a creation, energetic light form, like if you don't understand that, then it's easy for you to think you have to grasp at what they want. So just take Justin Bieber, for example, Canadian Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber comes from Canada. We know this. Comes from London, Ontario, where I went to private school. Alma College, it burnt down, never mind. Anyway, he comes from London, Ontario, the big city outside of St. Thomas, Ontario, where I went to school, which is Alma College, where I boarded away at school till I was expelled. Whole other story. Anyhow, I think my mom was still pissed at the time she died, but because she had to come get me. Anyhow, Justin Bieber, in order to get where he went, right? Justin Bieber had to, first of all, put himself out energetically, publicly. That does not mean that he was doing anything bad. It just means he was doing his shit on YouTube. Like, I'm public right now. I'm public when I go out and I do a TV show like I used to do. I'm public in that sense, okay? So they put themselves out publicly. Now, when they pick up the energies around, see something that they covet, the word is covet energetically. They covet on an energetic level. They come in with intention. I'm talking about other human beings. I can make money off that person. You become a coveted commodity. You sing, you dance, you're pretty, you're, whatever it is that you are. You are all of these things. Whatever it is, just again, thinking of Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber has youth. I know, travel in Canada. My cousins tried to come to Keithy's funeral and they couldn't get here. They would have come and they couldn't. Yes. So they see the energy of something that is called charisma or the it factor or the whatever. Then they align themselves energetically, but keep in mind, somebody like, what the hell is his name? Who discovered Bieber? What the hell is his name? I hate that guy. Usher. 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 That fucking asshole. Usher. Yeah, I said it. Come get me. Anyway, Usher, somebody like Usher is looking, he's thinking, I can manage this person. Thank you for that. Thank you so much, everybody, for the super chats. Thank you so much. Yeah, Usher thinks I can, oh, Scooter Braun. Yeah, exactly. Okay, that's who it was. Scooter and then Usher, and whichever. They look at Bieber, the kid, 10, 11 years old, and they're like, we got about 20 years of harnessing, attaching to this guy's energy. Now they're thinking about it from the sense of we'll market him, we'll manage him, we'll make money. Okay, they used to do it with the strippers. I never allowed myself to be managed because I'm nobody's fucking bitch, okay? So you work differently when you stand on your own and you miss out on a lot. A lot of the girls were managed and they went on the circuit. I went on the circuit, I popped in and popped out. I was not controlled by a manager because I didn't want a manager. You're either going to believe in me or you're not. I either have a good ass or I don't. You know what I'm saying? Anyhow, yeah. Okay, sorry. So Bieber, he wants to go to that next level because he's been indoctrinated into thinking that this is where you go. Like, I want to be like the Beatles. I want to be like whoever, right? So he agrees to meet with these people and he goes there. Being in the presence of their energy while being unaware, because somebody like Scooter Braun, somebody like Usher, somebody like Cardi B, they cloak their energy, and that Swift girl too. They cloak their energy. We are sold stories about if you work really hard, you can succeed. That's so not true. And I know it firsthand. I'm going to tell you a story. Here's a story. I used to have a friend, Leslie. I just came across her wedding invitation. Elvis married her, by the way. Leslie. Leslie was this fantastic, multi-talented singer and puppeteer. She did the Muppets with Prince. I mean, she was phenomenal. She got herself in with Disney. She got herself working at the El Capitan. Keithy was about 2.5 when we started going to see her. She had her own show. She made these 6 foot tall, beautiful 40s singing triplets, the Lennon sisters, something like this. And she puppeteered them all while singing herself. Absolutely fantastic. The girl could sing. She could write. She was an artist. She was a December 9th like Jimmy. We worked out at the gym together. That's how I met her. She was phenomenal. Her brother died on a motorcycle. I remember this now, just remembering it right now, when he was 18. And so I remember all about her. She was incredible. I loved her and she was amazing. Okay. Her talent was beyond. Anyway, I saw her on, I want to say she made an appearance on The Apprentice a couple of years ago. She's a puppeteer. Her name was Leslie Carrera. Phenomenal. Don't know where she is right now. Popped up, saw her one time, but amazing talent. Multi-talented, okay? She had her own show, Hollywood Boulevard, all of that at the El Capitan. And what they did to her when she didn't agree to their terms. So she was on the pinnacle of amazing success, as in everything you want. Okay, no more day jobs, no more bullshit. She declined. They took her talent, her 6 foot tall puppets that she did. She played the piano. I mean, amazing. And they shelved it all so that she couldn't use it. They took her livelihood and practically killed her with that, okay? That's what she did. They practically killed her for it. Wait, what are you saying? I'm wondering. I'm talking about a friend of mine. Anyway, I saw it firsthand. I saw it. I didn't know what I was seeing at the time. Keithy was 2.5 back then. So I wasn't sure what I was seeing, exactly what was happening to her, but they destroyed her. Well, they didn't destroy her because she went on and she continued to go, but she created and made every one of those puppets herself. She sang, she was, no, she didn't. And they took everything she owned. They fucking took it and they never used it. They shelved it. What's worse than not using, like stealing is one thing. Not using and not allowing her to use it, oh, whatever. Wait, Leslie was born the same day as Felicity. Yeah. Okay, there you go. I don't know when she was born. We worked out at the gym when my kids were little and I loved her. I thought she was phenomenal. Thought she was a phenomenal girl. I also worked out with a female porn director at the same time, born on the same day, but older, a lot older than me. The hell was her name? Used to live around the corner from me. Anyway, she was a female porn director for real. December 9th as well. So we were in the gym and she was great. She was great too. All these really, really talented women. But anyway, yeah, she did not do it. But I just remember thinking at the time, how dare you take what this woman created and you shelve it? Like, so somebody like Justin Bieber, he thinks his ultimate goal is to become like Usher, to become like the Beatles, to become like Led Zeppelin, whoever, right? Michael Jackson, whatever. He thinks that's his goal. So he starts going to the meetings. We've all been there. We've done it. Any of us who've tried to get into the industry, and I went to many, many meetings at networks, and I was in that circle. I just didn't realize that if I'd have gone farther, I was actually protected from it, but if I'd have gone farther, there may have been more of an issue. I know I would have backed out. I got blackballed like a crazy person for being a witch. Whole other story. One of my bitch friends did the shit and then blamed me. But I went to a lot of those meetings. I met a lot of those people. I met a lot of the agents. I met a lot of that energy. And I always thought it was like they were hiding other things, and I didn't realize it was pedophilic, and then I began to see what it was. But having said that, once Bieber gets in there and he starts doing what he's doing, well, look at Katy Perry. Does she look normal? She's out of body. Go look at her. She's out of body. That's what I'm saying. They call it in at a certain point. They shift like this, in and out. They shift. It's twinning. They shift like this. Here's Katy Perry. Here's the entity helping her get the work. Who's going to run the body? The body is a house. It's a car. Who's driving the vehicle? That's exactly what it is. I wanted it just as much as anybody else. I loved the whole idea of being on camera. And it was funny because that's why I started doing my own YouTube. Okay. Just because nobody was ever going to hire me. I was never going to get. Little Peep made me cry. That was very sad. He used to hang around Burbank, I told you, and buy drugs off of one of my son's friends. Not saying which one. They fucking know who they are. Anyway, acquaintances, whatever. But that was very sad. It's very sad because sometimes they're born into families. So they're ritualized from family on. Oprah for sure is Oprah. Oprah, whatever. Anyway, so they do this. So look at this. Here you are as a person. You've got your center of gravity, your God source, right? You've got your sense of self connected to the creator. So then you come in and you want to have money, cars, fame, hot men, whatever, liposuction, whatever the fuck it is you want, right? You want everything, a nice house, a couple of dogs, a couple of kids. You want to travel to Europe, whatever it is you want to do. In this world where you have talent, they're going to harness it. So they're on your back and you're the workhorse and you're the horse climbing. Well, they can't let their bread and butter ticket go AWOL. That's why all of these people say the same thing, blah, 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 out of their mouths, right? They say the same thing. And they're not telling you the truth. They're not, oh, the Hilton family for sure. They're not, Kamloops. Yes, I know Kamloops. They're not telling you the truth. Here's my thinking of it. I was given my talent from God. You don't get to take it. And if I don't make anything of myself, then I don't make anything of myself. Then that's just it. I'm not going to judge myself on my level of success or my level of not success. Yes, they are. I wouldn't use the word witches because, yeah, the Crapdashians, thank you for that, you guys. The Crapdashians are everything about them. Everything about them is teaching you to follow something farther and farther away from the essence of who you are in your initial conception through God, okay? And I mean that. I really, really mean that, okay? Like, some of my friends now are gone, oh, she's gone evangelical. I'm not evangelical. I'm just saying I know I come from God and I'm God-centered. Sorry, it's true. If you want to mock me for that, then go ahead, because that's the next group that's going to be taken down, is people who believe in God, because they don't like that on this planet. So my talent, if I have any, is coming from source. And I'm not here to have to pay you for being on the planet to have my talent expressed. If I don't make it, I don't make it. And quite frankly, I didn't make it. I didn't make it. I was in, I was, 51 when I started doing the YouTube. I had the YouTube channel. I was 51. I failed. Like, I gave up on my life. I'm like, I never accomplished a damn thing. I read and supported my family reading. I never accomplished anything other than mediocrity in my life, meaning I had clients, they came to the house, I read them, but my life was pretty mediocre. I took the kids to school, which I would give anything to be back at that point. I wouldn't take 1 ounce of that for granted ever again. If I could take my Keithy to school and have him screaming in the car at Jason and the two of them punching each other, and me digging my nails into Jason. I wouldn't, at the time it drove me crazy because I had these goals. They trick you into these goals. And it wasn't until I truly let go of it that I was able to just say, I'm going to do videos on YouTube. And I only had 64 subscribers. So nobody was fucking watching me. I mean, my family and Keithy, but nobody was watching me. Nobody was fucking watching me. Who cared? It wasn't until I began to, just a moderate life, moderate. I considered it very mediocre. I considered what I was doing my entire life not getting anywhere where I'd intended to go, and I worked very hard at it. But I got blocked, and I didn't realize that Billie Eilish, oh my God, what the hell? Born in captivity, clearly. And her parents are soap opera actors. That's the funny thing. Thank you for that. Thank you, guys. Her parents are soap opera actors, I think. If you can't tell what she's doing when the blood's coming from her eyes and her eyes are rolling back in her head, why is that a thing? Why is that a thing? Why is that a thing? It's not a thing. There's some soap opera actors. I can't think of their names, but I think I have no idea. I just read that. But born in captivity means, now it can mean, for example, being born into Mormonism, being born into Catholicism. It depends what they're focusing on that you're born into, right? What are you being born into? She definitely, possessed is the word I'm talking about. Somebody like Cardi B, when she starts to, so here's Cardi B. Okay, so she's sitting here in her human body. She's been speaking to energies to ask for help, and not God, just other energies, and doing little things, working her way up to bigger things. So here she is. Here's the entity. The entity comes in. She's pushed out here. The entity is now singing for you. Boom. She comes back. She can't quite remember. The more you do this, like Katy Perry, if you watch Katy Perry and some of the things that she does, she is completely transposed with an entity on her and deeply struggling to get out of it. She truly is. Oh, Kato the kitty tipped me. Thank you. Oh, that's cute. But that's what she's doing. She's completely, it's transposed. What you think you're seeing, and understand when they're on stage like that, they're gathering so much energy from everybody around them. So she's on stage doing her stuff. And by the way, okay, there's everybody, okay. So I get asked that a lot about occult things. Like, what does occult mean? Occult, basically, astrology's occult, tarot's occult. Ouija boards are a cult, candles are a cult, spells are a cult, satanic is a cult, Luciferianism a cult, Santeria a cult, voodoo a cult. Now that's what I was, I digress on that. So I was in the new store from, it used to be Pan Pipes and it's Pan's Apotheca right now. So we went to the opening to support the opening of the store. When they relocated, because I think on Hollywood Boulevard, they wanted like 20 grand a month. I wonder if they want that right now because like no one's paying their rent, right? So I was talking to a guy in there and there was like 4 or 5 of them and they do occult, satanic, ritual art, this and that. Look like normal people just in the store. Look like I do, whatever. I never met these people before. So we're all in there for the grand opening and all of that. So one of the guys comes up to me and he's talking to me about the women, and I think it was in an African tribe where they were doing voodoo that they went to see, and how they let the demons have sex with them. Literally telling me this. So I will give John this. He doesn't miss a beat when we get into these conversations. When you're in the metaphysical world, it's not all angels and like fairies and whatever. You're going to be, if you are with God, put in to positions where you are going to understand and hear about the opposite of what you are. That's the way the world is. But anyway, he was telling us about watching the demons have sex and mount the women from behind. Not even joking. Honest to God, we're having this conversation. So John is just listening to this. He's got a really good poker face. The guy looked completely normal, runs another store in the valley, which is fine, but yeah, they are drawn to the light because everybody wants to come into the light eventually. Because when they realize on the other side what happens to them when they're sold out or when they're transposed, someone like Katy Perry, and I'm going to say Cardi B again, when they're transposed energetically and their energy goes out and the entity that they name, these other names they have for them, twinning, they're other twins, okay? So they're order names. I have an order name, but just because I don't want to use my real name, but they're other personalities that they say that come out of them. Like Madonna had Madge and Esther, whatever the fuck, and whoever else, and etc. So when they have these alter egos, literally, to where they start speaking like that, like Madonna with her British accent, all of that, when they start speaking like that, they have very little control over their physical car, their physical vessel. They have very, very little control over it. So when they cross out of their bodies, when they die, they are under the impression, this is much what happened to Whitney Houston, they're under the impression, Kobe Bryant, that they've stepped into the world that they expected. They actually believe that they can go through dimensions and keep their power, as into another body in another dimension. They actually believe this. They believe they can body jump and therefore not transition the way you and I transition, okay? So they do that. That's what they do. But they're really out there alone. They're not connected. So to step away from God is in the absence of God. Therefore, you are over here. But at the end of their lives, they really have no idea what they've done. So the person that is them, that was born them, that came from God, and then the entity that's taken over, okay, for all points and purposes, twinning energy, the good, the bad that lives on this side shoves them out, and often they're many times wrangled from one lifetime to the other. They are bound and brought back down, and so they're reborn and bound and reborn and bound and reborn and bound. I am not sure about stepping into the light because I didn't see Keith go into the light. I saw him bounce right over. Alec Baldwin is a fucking weirdo, okay? And his wife, if she doesn't stop popping out those babies, it's her choice. But what is she doing? I mean, she just, suddenly the guy hits 60 and he's got 5 babies under the age of 5 or whatever it is. Something very strange about that woman, like she's collecting kids. Yeah, so they bind the souls. They bind. You can wear booty shorts even if you're Asian. Go for it, Olivia T. wear the booty shorts. They get bound back down because they are trapped. And a lot of them are trapped. They're trapped. Let's see, Hillary, she's collecting. Yeah, I don't know what she's doing with the children. It's a lot of children to have. Not that you can't. I'm all for you having your however many kids you want, but it's just really odd. Really, really odd. You'll notice, yeah, I don't know. She's probably not there. She's probably just, she's like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what it means when your left ear rings, but what happened? I want a soccer team. Yeah, we'll keep making babies then. Yeah, that's what I'm saying to you. When I had a near death, well, my body after surgery, anyway, I stepped in. I didn't step into the light. I stepped to the side and my guide was right there. And I started to go with him. He was right the fuck right there. I mean, it was paper thin, but yet it seems like such a wall from the other side. It was so paper thin. And I was right there and I was so excited. And then I sucked right back into the room is getting freaking cold right now on this side. So I got somebody coming in over here. I can feel them. They're standing like right here. They're coming in. And touching my face right there. Okay, it's probably Keithy coming in. I can't see him really, but my guides pushed me into my body to protect me. Yeah, I've been shoved back in. I've been slapped. Just before Keith died, I was slapped into this side of my head during acupuncture. So you've got to understand that the way that we perceive the world is in baby hoarder. Yeah, it's like an animal hoarder, right? 45 cats in your house. What's that? Free the cats. Keithy and Angie, exactly. They do go together. Deanna sees, in fact, the other night I was at Deanna's and she said Keithy was mad and Angie was mad because we didn't want to talk to them. But I was talking about other girl shit. I was talking other shit with Deanna and I was like, I just don't want to talk to them. I just don't want to talk to them. I don't want to talk to them. I meant, Keithy, I was getting mad at him because he died again, because I'm juvenile and a child, even though I understand it. I can get like that. That happens sometimes. I hate Alec Baldwin's mouth. He opens that mouth of his, I want to slap it shut. Like this. That's what I want to do to Alec Baldwin. Like, just shut the fuck up. Oh my God. The other one is that little dweeb. That little, I just forgot his name. Oh my God. He's such a fucking asshole. What's that guy's name? Robert De Niro. Please boycott that guy. What a pile of crap that man is. Just a piece of garbage with that smug face of his. What is with that face? Start looking at these people. What is with that guy's face? What is with his face? He should just stop. See, we were not aware when we first come here of what this earth really is. So all I can say is when you die, my understanding is the guides are right there. Alyssa Milano's mom used to manage psychics in the valley. I think Michelle White Dove actually too. I might be wrong on that, but I think that. There's a lot of slimy people in life and you have no idea. Robert De Niro is that. You have no idea in life who is placed, because people ask me like, okay, so why would the police do something like not deal with Keithy's case up front? Like, why are they blocking it? Because it's not personal against me. It really isn't. They don't know me from Adam. And so why would they do that? Right? Why would they do that in Jackie's case with Jackie's daughter, Angie? Why would they just shut that case down when it's so very clearly not what they're saying it is? Okay. So why would they do that? They don't know Jackie. They don't know me. So look at the bigger picture energetically. Conceptually, when they start a business and the business is based on a cult premise, such as Masonic, any kind of occult premise, okay, just insert negative occult premise. Occult means to be hidden. So when they are building police departments, government buildings, whatever it is, on the premise of premised on secrecy and occult, they are doing so that in the future they can take control. So they are thinking years and years ahead. Sorry. They are thinking years and years. I can hear the clicking of the heater. They are thinking years and years ahead about where they need to position people in order to maneuver amongst the humans in society that have a God-centered belief. So they will put you in parishes as preachers. They will put you in churches as priests. They will put you in hospitals as doctors. They will put you in car lots as salespeople. Excuse me, they will go all the way down to the guy that delivers pizza. They will put you in positions in authority in police departments. Not everybody in those organizations is one of them, but they have them maneuvered all over in order for one thing and one thing only, to cause chaos, because that is what the energy of this planet is chaos. So the more chaos they cause, the more that they are able to eat their dinner. So chaos for them. You and I might be scared, like what happened in 2001 on the East Coast, without saying it. What happened then, we might be really, really scared, okay? We might be so scared of what it is that we have as a collective group of people. We're crying, we're sad, our loved ones passed away, we're scared, we don't know what's coming. If they can do that, it totally fucks the country up. Just fucks the country up. So just look at yourself as vibration like this. So confident, strong, intent, happy, peaceful vibration is very condensed like this. So you vibrate like this. It's very strong. It's like an oak tree. So then you think of fear, chaos, uncertainty, this and that. It vibrates like this. They can pick up that strand and pull you to them so that they can feed. They feed off of that. They are like those fish that eat the dead skin off of the things they eat the dead skin off of. Those. That's what they do. They do that. So the lighter you are, the more light that you have, the more they will come to you, because they want to uproot your sense of peace, because they can't get anything from you. So they want to do that. They want to take what you have and make it yours, make it theirs, while hiding behind you. That's why you can't always see them. You can't always figure it out. But they are not of human form. People don't like it when I say that. They think I'm fucking crazy. Well, the thing is, I'm not crazy. If you think that human beings are the only things that exist, okay, you're completely wrong. You're completely wrong. It just stands to reason. When we leave our body, what do we then become? Because a lot of you go to church and pray. A lot of you talk to mediums. So what is it we become? If we are not in our physical, tangible body, what to become? Oregano oil is very good for your immune system. It is. Oregano oil, a couple of drops in hot tea. I drink that. That actually is really great. So what happens to the essence of who we are as people? Okay, what happens to that essence? The essence moves on, and we move on in a different direction. That's what happens. So it's not just human beings. Anybody that thinks that we're the only ones out here, I don't know what to say to you except, geez. And anybody, now you're entitled to whatever religious beliefs you want, obviously, as am I, as is everybody. But when you're saying you're an atheist, what you're really saying is you believe you're your own God. So, but you're entitled anyway to think it. We're allowed to make certain mistakes here, but when you look at it, a lot is cloaked and hidden from us. It's very, very hidden. Like, it's very hidden. Sometimes we have friends, a lot of snakes. Sometimes we have, reptiles, sorry that there were snakes. A lot of times we have friends, and some of them may be just that. So you can be in a friend circle of 16 or 17 or 20 people that you go to school with. And some of them are coming in under that behavior, right? Like that. That's what they are. That's who they are. They are of that ilk. You are not of that ilk, but they cover and block. There's many things. You can block yourself all the time. Think of Star Wars and putting a shield around you. Think of that energetically. That shit happens. Yeah, my circle's pretty small too. My circle can be very small. My circle gets tired super easy. Super annoying. Exactly. Well, and you can have it in your family too. just because, I can't even read that. No, I don't think atheists are narcissists. They just don't believe in the religion due to whatever experience they've had with religion, which is very understandable. Also, I have a really great story. I keep looking at this picture of my Keith. He's smiling over here. It's so beautiful. Yeah, you have to use your power. And you know what? This is all I can say. The greatest gift my son gave me, my Keithy, the greatest gift he gave me is I'm not afraid of anything. So if you're not my friend, I don't care. If you don't like me anymore and I don't get to hang out with you, I don't care. If someone threatens to kill me, I don't care. Because my son already died. What are you going to do to me? Really, what are you going to fucking do? There's nothing else you can do to me. It's the worst thing that ever happened. So that's a gift in and of itself for me to speak. So I'm pretty sure my son opened the door for me to speak the way that I need to speak, especially about children and the way that they're abused, because he died in front of that type of situation. That's all I'm going to say right now. But Bobby knows what I'm talking about. Anyway, and the police do. But Keith opened the door for me to do my life's work with his death, which is a very strange thing to say. Did not know that was going to happen that way. But he opened the door because you cannot say anything to me. You cannot do anything to me because when you've buried a child, you don't care. I don't care. Whatever you say, I just don't care. I didn't bury him. I cremated him and his ashes are in my room. But should you want to visit me, we're going to look at Keithy's ashes. That's what we do. That's what we do. And then we bring up Tulip's ashes and we look. But you can do nothing. And so now I'm free to speak. I'm truly free to speak. You can't do anything. We all die. But that was the gift that Keith brought. That Keith is a warrior, and that's what his bench says, that he is a warrior. He's definitely a warrior because he opened the door for me to see something directly in his path of death. So it was very interesting. Not that I would have wished his death because his death was the worst thing. Okay, drone video captures aftermath of landslide that washed out part of Highway 1 near Big Sur. Stay away from that. So once you're not afraid on this planet, they don't really have anything over you. Once you actually stand in your power, we are taught to be afraid, and there's so not anything to be afraid of because we all die. So if we all die, no, not the Buddhist monastery prior to that. If we all die, then what's the big deal? We all die. And just like Deanna said to me after she found out, she was on the phone with me when Keith died. And as I said, I was wearing my ear pods in my ears, but I threw the phone in the car and I ran out the door to Keith. And I guess she said all she could do was hearing me scream, which traumatized her, but because I didn't hang the phone up, I just threw it down and went straight for Keith's body. And so I was just screaming at the top of my lungs. Apparently, I don't remember. I probably just was out of my body screaming. It's just like, and John was wailing when I phoned him. So he was like a wounded animal. I was screaming. And Jason looked like he had some kind of punch in the stomach. He was just, his hands were over his head and he just was crunched. So we all had different reactions. But my point is, what the hell was my point? Deanna said that night that she was told there are things worse than death. And she is exactly right. And I would say what is worse than death is a compromising of one's soul while on the planet in order to gain material goods. The compromising of what you allow in order to pay for your way through this life. That's the real test. I'm beginning to see that. I fell for it for a while. I didn't do anything bad, but I fell for it trying to obtain that goal and that I want status, I want this, I want that. I fell for it myself. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What matters is you don't compromise your soul. So remember that. If you are asked to be compromised, that is not of God's world. So there, and by the way, let me just say this. I thought about that today, and no, evil doesn't win. Evil doesn't win. But I thought of that today when they were talking about the the code word for the vaginas, the prick. Okay, so when they were talking about that today, I was thinking to myself, what better way to get a group of human beings to compromise oneself than to get them to take and do something that they don't want to do because you are manipulating them into, you can't travel to your home. For example, Canada's my home. I can't travel. I would go stay with my cousins. We all would. We would go see my pregnant little cousin and we would go stay them, and they would have come here for Keith. They would have been with us. My cousin was supposed to be here staying, you know, my little pregnant cousin. She was going to bring, you know, her already family there, and then before she got pregnant. So we can't do that. We can't, you know, do it. We're locked down. So what if they say you can't go back to your homeland unless you compromise your belief system and do what they tell you to do, prick, what they tell you to do. And if you don't do it, you're never going to go home and see your family. If you don't do it, you're never going to get on an airplane again. If you don't do it, you're not going to be able to feed your family. If that isn't compromising one's values, I don't know what is. Now, the test of all people of strength in God's source or of God is the standing up within that compromise. In other words, knowing that that compromise is not going to work on their soul, even if they're tricked into it because they want so badly to do something, which I don't blame you for wanting to do. Why wouldn't you want to support your family? That's how they get you. Oh, you won't be able to go into the store. Well, then you're going to have to trust that your neighbors will shop for you, okay? That's what you're going to have to do. Or you're going to have to walk to see somebody. Whatever it is. Whatever it is. But you cannot compromise the self. You just can't compromise the self. And that's what they're asking people to do. So look at it in a higher vibration level and understand that if you and others stand together in peace, you don't have to go all AWOL. I go kind of wombat on people, but you don't have to be a wombat. You know those wombats? They have little sticky pads on their feet and they jump on walls like that. Oh, wait, what are you talking about? Okay, I have no idea what I don't know who's saying what. Anyway, you don't want to compromise. That's what they get people to do. I'm a wombat at heart. Meow. Or like a crazed kitty. I saw the cutest little dog when I was going to get dinner today. He's a little white fluffy thing with red booties on his feet. And I don't know where his mommy or daddy was. And I opened my window to say hi to him. And he said, he looked up at me and he didn't say anything, but he kept trying to get by my car. And I was like, oh, I can't bring you home. Because he had the red booties on. So I know he escaped. It was very cute. Little dog with red booties. I'm thinking it's California. You can take the booties off. I mean, God forbid you really be in the snow. Yeah, but okay. Yeah, no, you can't. You can't. And we, for some reason, energetically have been bound here. When I look at people's energies, sometimes I can see it. And I very much, as a child, as a teenager, was able to see entities coming in and out of people. And I don't care who thinks I'm crazy. I'm being called crazy not by you guys, but I get called crazy all the time. My Jason knew it and saw it growing up. He saw people that were disincarnate souls. I remember he walked in once and he said, I've seen people with no souls in their body. Jason is a seer. He could always see. So we know this goes on. You just didn't get here by like whatever they're trying to say. So the next group of people, oh, I've seen them. Oh, I've seen them. I used to kick them out of my bed when I was a teenager. Not that I had a really rockin' bed. I'm just saying. I had a couple of boyfriends that came in the bed and I could see it. I was like, out you go. And I wouldn't speak to them anymore. They had no idea what they did. I was like, out, get out. Get off and get out. I know. Get out. Get out. Yeah. So probably more since mass are genocide too. Exactly. Well, the souls that I've seen when they're dying, the souls that I've seen when I've been with people when they're dying. The first guy 7 years before Keith died, the guy on the motorcycle outside of Keith's bed. Okay. We do communicate. That's when you cross over. It is telepathy. That is how you communicate. The guy's name was Derek, the kid that died outside, he's 26, I want to say, on the motorbike outside of our house. And I watched his mother, and then I relived her. I watched her sobbing and screaming, and I relived her life. And I remember just thinking, oh God. Yeah, anyway, that's the night that I heard he's gonna die. And I grabbed John. We went outside around the street, parked the car, watched the motorcycle go up the street, come down the street, go up the street, a car go up, turn sideways, boom. Guy lands right there. Paramedics are on him like this. I said to the paramedics, he stepped out, he's dead, like he's gone. What I saw was a crimson, grayish soul go up like this. I saw it go right up through his body, went right up. And on his way out of this world, I've said this a bazillion times, on this way out of his world, I felt him telepathically thinking of his son, which prompted me to start asking one of his friends, like Smoke. It's exactly like Smoke. And he did not look like he was injured, but he died instantly. He died within 3 minutes. I was right there. John was right there. We were right there. I felt him asking about his son. And so the last thoughts of that person's life on his way off this world was his son. And so I asked his friend, where's his son? Because suddenly I thought there was a kid involved, and I didn't know what that meant. And I found out that he just won custody of his son that day, that week, something like that. And I think his son was little, I'm going to say under the age of 7. So we watched the body, me and Keith, as the body lay on the ground, and we watched the mother that they wouldn't let go near the body, even though we'd been near the body. It was right in my backyard, over the fence. Watched the mother standing on the corner across the street. I watched her pull up. I heard her sob, just like the people watched me pull up. I didn't sob, I screamed, but the same thing happened. Only this time I was with Keith and not another. I mean, it was my Keith and not this young man. But we prayed for him as he left, and I lit candles for him for about a year after he passed outside of our house. But what was interesting is when he left, stepped out of his body, the smoke goes up like this and you're free. And it's the same color because when I watched Johnny's mom die, Keith and I saw there was 5 of us in the room and 2 kids. We took the neighbors with us to watch a death. No, they were supposed to be there, these kids, because she loved kids, and so the kids were there. But when she left the body, Keith and I saw kind of a gray crimson smoke leave the body like this. Keith looked at me. Johnny was here, and Jason and John and Matt, and then another person over there. Anyway, Keith was like on the side of me, and Keith and I looked at each other, and Keith and I saw it. So Keith could see that. So the 2 times that I've actually seen the people pass out of their body, it's been kind of deeper gray with crimson or red through it, but not quite bright red. So burgundy, we'll say burgundy, going through it and up. And they're free. They're free. It's not bright or vibrant as it's leaving here, but when you see it on the other side, as in you tap into the energy, it's very, 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 very vibrant and like stars, just like glistening stars. That's the way I've seen that. That's the way I've seen it. I don't know how other people see it, but that's the way I've seen it. That is the way I've seen it. So, yeah. So I think when they're like fire opals. Oh my God, I have some fire opals. I just got them in. Package today. You're funny. I will show you fire. You want to see? Look at that. Somebody said like fire opals. You must be psychic. Look at this. Look at this purse, you guys. I got this off of Etsy. This is, and it came from Russia. Pretty inexpensive from Etsy. And it's red. Okay. That was my find on Etsy. It took a month and a half to get here. Yeah, I wanted a new red purse because I got sick of the one. Look at this. She just said fire opals. Look. I just got some opals for the rings. So these are what fire opals. Let's see if I don't drop them. Anyway, can you see? Oh, I better put the lid on. These are little fire opals. So whoever said that is totally psychic. Look. Can you see their colors? That's it. I ordered them for the rings. They came in the little package. See? There's a thing called, it's called opal ring supply. So that's what I do. No, it's little crushed opal and I'm making it on the rings. This is actually for Deanna's ex-husband. He passed away. So we're going to make some rings. So I ordered it for her so we could put it in her rings for her husband, for her daughter and that. So that's, that's what we did. But somebody just said it, but that kind of looks like it that way. Hold on here, Jackie. Angie, she was wearing jeans and a white shirt. Oh yeah, people see people dressed all the time. They come to us dressed. Sometimes they come to us dressed in the way I've seen people and they've shown me their jewelry because the person I'm talking to understands what that means. Sometimes they're wearing like, when I saw my mother-in-law after she passed, she was wearing a nightgown. When I saw my father-in-law after he passed at the funeral, so John was at his dad's funeral and I was here with the kids years ago, 2004, I saw my father-in-law, he walked right through my living room wearing his suspenders, his jeans, with his walker, and just as he had been. You're seeing them cross dimensionally. They come through dimensionally. So understand it's like a bent form of vision. So your eye is bent. Like if you wore prism glasses, and it depends how they choose to show themselves to you. So it just depends on how they want to come through, younger or older, or however it is that they want to come through. I see Jimmy in clothes all the time. Like I saw him looking like he looked, because how else am I going to know who the hell that he is, right? How would I know who he is? I wouldn't, right? So I just really wouldn't know who he was unless it's that way. The veil is so thin. But understand when kaleidoscope, you know those kaleidoscopes you look through when you're little and you're like, oh, this is just a whatever. Thank you for that, you guys. Yeah, see, that's exactly, they do come through like that. The kaleidoscope, when it makes different prisms of color, that's how our universe is, and people go in different areas. Prisms in a kaleidoscope. It's very, there's so many different directions you can go. And I've seen when my friend Randy died, motorcycle accident, when I was 16, anyway, when he was 18, when Randy died, he showed me what I call his God body, where he came down in the robe. So he literally came down. He still had his beautiful dark hair, long dark hair. It was the 80s. Had his long dark hair, you know, down to here, guy hair, beautiful, but in a robe with a belt. And I can't quite remember the color of the belt, but a robe, and it actually looked like those tapestry curtain kind of things wrapped around his waist, and he came glistening through the ceiling. So that's a different kind of thing, and that may be because it was within the week that he died. It may be, you know, because of that. It could be that, I'm not quite sure, but they come through as they, yeah, I'm not wearing two of anything. I'm not wearing two condoms either, just so we're very clear. Yeah, this is not going to happen. Yeah, they got everybody wearing condoms, right, for years and years, and very few people get anything. I mean, some people get pregnant. What do you call people who don't wear condoms? Parents. Remember that one. But yeah, they come through however they come through. My dad, when he died, he came through energy. I heard him talking everywhere. But it depends. You know, John's grandmother, when she came through dressed like the pictures I saw of her. And she kept showing me, for some reason, doilies and stuff all the time, crochet or macrame, whatever it was. But she, you know, that's what she did. So it depends how they want to communicate. They can communicate any way they want. And just because you don't see it the same way doesn't mean it's not true. So it's kind of interesting. It depends. Like, it depends on them. Their personalities don't change. They don't change. Like, they don't suddenly become, you know, like, oh, they went to heaven, they crossed over. See, that's the mistake in the church, in my opinion. Don't yell. Don't yell. Okay, that's good. Arlene's dad is doing good. Yeah, so I believe she just said, I hope she said he's doing good. Hold on, let me just check. Hold on. Okay, something. I don't even know what we're looking at. Okay, yeah. Look at this fucking thing. This fucking fucktard. Oh my freaking fucking fuck. All right, I just had an outburst. Outdoor dining resumes in LA County. TV's not allowed on the patio. No fun for you bitches. Okay, somebody please remove Newsom. Thank you for that. Remove him. Boycott him. Recall him. That's it. Recall him. What kind of, okay, look, televisions from customer seating areas, a clear effort to prevent gatherings and sports fans. I got news for you. We did it all Christmas anyway. So, and if I hear any more people with their nonsense telling me I should be ashamed of myself, you know, it's going to come to fisticuffs is what's going to happen. I know no one cares, but what, I mean, come on, come on, come on. They're doing everything they can. If people can't see what they're doing, I don't know what to say. It's interesting, though, that less than 2 weeks after the big brouhaha on the 6th or the 20th or whenever it was, suddenly we're open because it's not that fearful anymore, right? It's just not that much of a problem. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Okay, wait, something skin grafting. Oh, no. Oh, I know. They're always trying to, whatever. Texas is free and open. I love that about Texas. I think everybody will be moving. My neighbors moved to Texas like a couple of years ago. A lot of people moved to Texas. I know nobody right now except for Deanna. That's it. I'm not really talking to anybody. Houston there. There you go. Houston's Georgia's open. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Everybody's crazy. I don't know what to say. Florida's on. Everywhere's on. But I don't know what to say. We got a crazy person in office over here. We got a cuckoo bird. We got a cuckoo. But just to clarify it, just to clarify for you guys, when you're looking at the energy of a person, remember, don't compromise yourself. If you have a strong belief, even if it gets uncomfortable, even if your family goes against you, even if whatever, don't compromise yourself, because it's in the compromising of yourself that you lose the energy of your soul. So you lose your strength. People may not be your friend. They may think you're an idiot, okay? Just a complete moron. But if you compromise yourself, you lose your strength. So you don't want to do that. I know, is anybody out there like yeah, I'm not going to. Yeah, it's really hard. I know how hard it is. I want to punch people when they start, when I hear the gossip they say behind my back, really seriously, like I plot against them. And then I have to actually just say, if I'm, whatever, it is what it is, right? Right. Yeah, I know. What happened? Oh, there's a great video out, y'all. If you haven't watched it, I put it on YouTube. I think, let me see. Let me see if I can find it. I will tell you what it's called. It's Simply Grace's channel on YouTube. And she put it up about what happened. It's exactly 6 minutes long. It's literally 6 minutes long. And it's called GameStop Peasant Revolt. Really graceful, not Simply Grace, really graceful on YouTube. Look her up. It's totally awesome video. No, I don't have TV. I do, oh my God. Okay, so I admit my guilty pleasure. Okay, so when my boys were little, this is something I used to do. So it was Christmas when my boys were little, and I had 2 little boys and no little girls, so I couldn't really do nails with them, although Jason does wear nail polish. That's right. He likes to wear black nail polish. Anyway, Lila puts it on him. Well, it started in the lockdown. They started doing each other's nails, so he was Lila's guinea pig. But when they were little boys, I used to watch all, I know he's Lila's guinea pig. And Ken is like, he's so good about watching girl movies. But I used to watch Legally Blonde every Christmas with my boys. Like I would sit down early in the morning and watch Legally Blonde. So I watched Legally Blonde last night. Drop and snap. And so, drop, bend, and snap, whatever it is. Anyway, that was pretty funny. So I kind of bend and snap. I know I was doing it. I love that. Okay. I love that. I think that movie is great. So I did watch that. Yeah, I did watch it. I did. I love royal blue nail polish on men. I'll tell him. Legally Blonde. Really graceful on YouTube. Her videos are profound. She's a very smart little cookie. She just had a baby, but watch her videos. Also, you all know Jamie Deluxe. Watch his videos. Super great. They're all very good. Everybody has their own point of view, which I like. Snap and bend. I love how they put their hands like right by their boobs. As if that's not obvious. Yeah, that was a funny movie. That was an interesting movie, but still haven't. Yeah, I watched it. I'm sorry. I always watch Legally Blonde. Keithy would sit with me when he was super tiny and he would watch that with me, sit with me. I had Jason and Keith on either side. That's why Jason can let Lila paint his nails and watch like, Mean Girls and shit. Ken is like, yeah, he can stand that. It's because his mother made him watch these things at Christmas. But yeah, so that was interesting. I was just thinking about Jason when Jason was driving Uber. So when he was 21, through 23, he was driving Uber. People were doing all kinds of crazy stuff back then. One time this lady called him to his house. He went to pick her up, and the lady had a duffel bag full of what she said were bowling balls. Whatever. Could have been bombs. We don't know what it was. Anyway, he would deliver the stuff and deliver that. And he would do a lot of runs to Vegas. But I just was thinking about this when they're talking about harnessing a celebrity's energy or a talented person's energy. This guy, I think, was a baseball player, either baseball or basketball or football, one of the others. He was the guy that was going crazy, and his father was like he's spending his money, and he's high all the time. I forget the guy's name. Jason will know who it is. I think he's baseball, and I think he was a huge famous person. Anyway, Jason picked him up down in his Uber down by Staples Center, and he sat in the car with Jason, right? And I mean, he didn't get out of the car, but he was so high and so messed up. And I remember Jason was like, what the actual hell? Guy had everything. Young guy, 26, 27, something like this. Had everything to look forward to, everything in life, all of that, right? Manziel, football, thank you. That guy. You know who I mean, right? That guy. Thank you. I think that is him. Let me look his picture up. His dad was always like begging people if you see him. Well, Jason got him a few times in the car, and he actually somebody had him babysit him. Meaning whoever was traveling with him was like babysit him in the car. And I mean, he was so fucked up. And then Jason walked him into a casino or somewhere. I'm not sure where it was. Yeah, let me see if this is him. He was just fucked up. Football. Maybe that's him. Yeah, that looks like him. Yeah, that kid. Let's see when this guy was born. Yeah, 92, Jason's age. He was exactly Jason's age. So we're talking like it was in the beginning. It was in this career. Anyway, Jason had him in the car, a few times because whoever was booking him or driving him would keep logging Jason back. So then Jason got a job working at the studios. So he's working for the local unions, and he was doing a show. And it was his job, and I think I told you guys this story. It was his job to carry Mariah Carey out onto the motorcycle that she was singing on. Grammys, awards, something, BET, I don't know, whichever, okay? It was that. So Jason's job was just that. And I remember he came home and he said, what the hell? He was like 24, I think, something, 23, 24. He was like, what was she on? She couldn't even walk to the bike. So interesting. And her sister has since spoken about what they endured as children in the way of rituals. So kind of interesting because Jason's like, what, he did not feel it was drugs. He was like, what? Like she literally could not walk to the bike. He had to carry her out. That was his job, to put her on the bike. So yeah, that was his job. Exactly. Yeah, I know my hair is bizarro right now from the rain. I can't even, I can't. No, I think she might have been in an altered state. What we call in, yes, exactly. I can't say the word, but Michael Karen Ultar, whatever. Anyway, that behavior is so ingrained they're not even aware. So they're controlled, really, and they're controlled in an etheric way. They're controlled internally. People don't, they're fractured big time. Jason was like, I've never seen anybody like that. That's literally what he said to me. I've never seen anybody that high. And trust me, we've all seen a lot of high people. He's like, never seen anybody. I mean, even when you look back at Hasselhoff on the ground eating his hamburger like that all over the ground, very interesting. Yeah, the brain is very damaged. It's through the sodomy ritual, though. It is. People don't get it, though. But in Canada, they're suing one of the hospitals that inherited all of the people from World War II to experiment on its people in the hospitals. I think in Montreal. You got to look that up. Project Paperclip, the hospital in Montreal, the people. But anyway, Jason literally has seen this happen. He's told me who has been, one year he worked on something with Tommy Lee, Justin Bieber. And so he can see and speaks to the people backstage and can communicate with a lot of those people. So he gets to see who is coherent and who perhaps isn't. And I mean, like seriously, Mariah Carey, who's like, what is she on? What is that? You know, so that was very interesting. Yeah, but he became, it's so fascinating that there's so many people that work behind the scenes. One of my, and I always mention her, Claudette, if you're watching, I always mention you. She's the one that did the set design for Mad Men, and she's my hiking friend. So we used to hike all the time, and she's brilliant, and she's done all kinds of sets. She's brilliant. Anyway, she left Los Angeles when she found out and understood what was going on. She literally up and left. She left. She's gone. And she had a house here. She's worked here her whole life. She also told me that, what's his name? Oh my God, Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. I can't think of his name. The Color of Money. What's his name? Oh my God, Paul Newman. She also said Paul Newman was really gay. Yes, she did. That was from Paul. There you go. But she had tons of stories, but she didn't put it all together until a few years back, and then boom, bailed. So yeah, no, you're not really safe. They're in every area. So the way that you're safe, here's the way that I'm going to word that you're safe. And this is true. You cannot use your own desire openly to want something, whether it's open to wanting love, money, whatever. You cannot do this. Well, that's what she said. So yes, you cannot allow yourself to need or want anything. You cannot. So Paul Newman was a beautiful man. Really, really beautiful. You cannot, I mean, he was beautiful. You're anything that you, yes, she is a victim and nobody gets it. Anything you desire or your own greed to have Porsches, money, cars, girls, boys, cabana boys, whatever, okay? Whatever it is will be used against you. So you have to remain completely, and here's what the age of Aquarius is. You have to remain completely detached from everything. There's Jana. She knows. Detached. You cannot want. If you don't want, they cannot manipulate you into getting it. So, and I completely understand why people want things. Trust me, I want them too. But you cannot do it. It will be used against you. So when you stand solid in accepting your life as it is at the moment, whatever that is, then you cannot be bought or sold because there's nothing you can do. You are happy with what you have at this exact moment. It may not be what you want, but you're happy with it. Even authentic love, because somebody will pose as that and come in and trick you. Yes, love comes to you. You don't need to wish for it. It'll come to you if it's meant to come to you. If it's not meant to come to you, it's not coming to you. It's as simple as that. You can't make love happen. For all you people out there lighting your love candles to get that man in, you can bring love to you, but you cannot make someone love you. So love is authentic the way that it is. Like it comes to you. Oh, Jason is psychic. No, I know Jason is psychic. Never tell him I said that out here publicly. He'll get really mad at me. He'll be very, very mad. Very, very mad if I say that. So you can get a dog. That's exactly right. You can definitely get a dog, a cat, a dog, all of those things. But you cannot want something so badly that you put that energy out, because that is vulnerability. Just like when a pimp sees a runaway at a bus station. If that runaway, oh, there's Ashley. So cute, Ashley. If a pimp sees a runaway at a bus station and looking scared and hungry, you can't let them know that. You got to step it up. You're like, yeah, I may be a kid, but I ain't hungry and I don't need your shit. That's what you have to do. That's what you have to do. Otherwise, they know they can manipulate you. That's just the way it is. Let's see. I work in... No, you don't have a mental disorder. You're fine. Detachment is the way it's supposed to be. You have to be detached. I think everybody can fall in love if they're supposed to. It'll hit you at different times in your life. I never realized it, but I will say this. The most I've ever loved in my life was towards my children. It's never been towards a partner. It's towards my children. So ultimately, detached without judgment, and then there is no hurting. Detached without judgment. When I look at my son as going ahead in the journey before me, I don't hurt. When I look at my son as being dead and I can't have him, I get hurt. But if I look that he went ahead of me and he took a trip before me, then yeah, I know it's hard. Yeah, I kind of, lust is a killer. Yes, love is real. Lust will kill you. That's what vibrators are for. Name your vibrator, dress it up, and go to town. Okay, sorry, that's bad. Okay. Yeah, just don't judge it. Like, don't judge it. No, acceptance doesn't hurt because you're judging it. It hurts because you judge it. If you accept it as it is, there is no judgment. It's very hard to do. But if you, I do dress my vibrators up. They have names. They're my friends. Don't take my friends from me or I'll get you. I can't, my God, my family must be, if they turn this on, like, oh my God, what is wrong with her? But seriously, they're my friends. They've always been my friends. Women should have friends that are electric. Yeah, it's sorry, we need names. I'm never telling you the names. They're my secret names. But it really, you have to learn how to remain detached without staying in the judgment. The only time something hurts is if you feel like it's personal against you. Why? Here's one name, Lenny. You got that right. Battery operated boyfriend. Oh, that's a good name too. But you've got to like remain detached so they cannot control you. And then you make your choices based on what makes you smile. Even in your modest life, if that's what you consider it, in the way that you don't really want to be living, find your smile within that. That's it. That's it. Yeah, lover boy. My vibrators are my happiness. So if that's all I have in life, that's all I have in life. Even if that creeps you out, I just said it. That's right. I love my Ken doll. There you go. Whoever invented vibrators, men are so pissed right now because like women are like, yeah, I don't need to talk to you. If you're going to open your mouth like that, I'm sorry. I'm just going to sleep. Bye. Click. You talk nice. Maybe you could be my vibrator. But otherwise, Later, dude. Click. Did you just say that again to me? Click. Oh, it's the funniest thing in the... I'm sorry, it's true. It's true. Look at how many times that women are fighting over men. To have a man, to have a this. I got to turn these notifications off. They drive me crazy. I turn them off, they end up back on. Someone's haunting the phone. But these men control women to fight for each other. We don't, there's nothing I need. Oh my God. So on Facebook today, I went back on Facebook. I'm such a hypocrite, such a liar. The reason I went back on Facebook was to post a video, and then I can't stop. I just have to rag on everybody. So, yeah, exactly. So the other half, God, on Facebook, right? Some guy is like, he's like, I wrote something and he's like, that's your opinion. You don't understand. People are dying. And I feel like saying to him, I know my son just died. I know fucking people are dying. Like, stop, you know, I know somebody who was your age and healthy. That's a threat when you say that. And they just drop dead. Well, maybe it was their time then, or maybe they had a fucking stroke. I don't know. Or maybe somebody pointed a laser at them and they died. I don't know. And I'm sorry that your friend died. But anyway, I just decided, like, I'm going to write something like, stop telling me on my page that I can't fucking speak the way I want to. Why can't I say what I want to say? He's like, it's your opinion. I'm like, well, I'm not on your page. You're on my page, you little bitch. Like, seriously, smack, smack, you little bitch. Oh, men hate being talked to that way, especially older, proper men. Oh, they hate it. I'm like their worst nightmare. I'm like a child that just spews defiance all over them. But it does drive me crazy. Why is death not funny? Hey, I just buried my son. I'll talk about death anyway, the way I want to. Death is an extension of life, and we all die. So it is kind of funny because we don't see where we're going. We all die. We all die. So it's not like it's this curse. People got to stop looking at it that way. That's a very narrow view of it. Death is only of the body. And yes, you're going to miss him, as I said. I personally will talk about death any way I want because my son just died. So I'll speak about it in any which way I choose to speak about it. I love people going, it's not funny. I'm not saying it fucking is funny. I'm saying we all die, and I'm going to enjoy my life now and enjoy my life talking about Keith and enjoy everything I want. I have I have a really good meme on vibrators. Do send it. I will post it. Well, death is a reality. So why are people so afraid of death? I don't understand that. I've never been afraid of death. I just literally never thought my child would die, even though I kind of did know it psychically, but I never thought it would happen. But since it has happened, I'm not going to sit here and run around all in black. That's not what my Keith wants. My Keith wants me to find out what happened to him, get even, because that's what Sloan does, and then, do my work the way that I'm supposed to do my work as a result of my beautiful child passing, and then see my child when I cross over. That's what he wants me to do. And if you handle death any other way, I guess that's your choice, but this is my choice. So death is only, I'm ready at any time. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm ready at any time too. Although I don't want to like be held up hostage or murdered or anything. I'm not ready for that. I'm looking out the window. It looks like it's kind of, oh my God, I have to go. Sorry. I get these texts that are like, hurry up, I'm waiting for you. Okay, because I'm having my last coffee before I crawl back into bed. Who knew that? Exactly. Okay, so I wanted to tell you guys, I'm going to try to maybe start readings at the end of February. I'm going to try. So that's what I'm going to try. The other thing that I was going to say to you guys is I'll be doing Coast to Coast with Richard sometime in February. I have no idea what we're talking about. That's up to Richard, but I will be doing Coast to Coast. So that will be fun at some point, at some time. So that will be fun. So do you remember who you are when you die or no? Keith knows exactly who he is. And some people know when they come in. I remember, I did not know where Keith came from when he was born. Could drugs compromise you always? Yes. Yes, Richard Surrett. Drugs compromise you always. They open up your energy portals in your body and they allow negative in. Richard's from Toronto. Yeah, so yeah, this is great. Richard, I love Richard. And yes, Richard is awesome. Also from Toronto, has 2 beautiful boys. Amazing. So he is good. Yeah, when you do a lot of drugs, I'm sure if you try or experiment, whatever, but that's why they push drugs on everyone, to open up the energy fields. They push the drugs to open you up. That's the problem. Thank you so much. Oh, my coffee, more coffee money. You know, I'm going to be there's my addiction. It's like coffee. I wonder if the coffee demons are following me. I hope not. I totally get how drug addicts be pissed. No, alcohol on occasion, nothing on occasion is a problem. If you're eating 400 bottles of, drinking 400 bottles of beer a day, that's a problem. Nothing in moderation is ever a problem. Why? It's never a problem. It's the addiction to it consistently. I'm one to talk with the coffee, by the way, but it's the continued usage of extreme drugs opening the portals. So they open, green tea's delicious too. And I love liver detox. I drink liver detox tea too. So I love all of that. It's overindulgence. And then there's, I feel very drained too. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, weed. Well, they push weed on everybody. Everybody's on weed. Weed. Can we have more weed? Can we have more weed? I don't even do weed, but there's a lot of weed out there. It's in everything. Cookies. Oh, I love cookies. Bobby makes really good cookies. I had to detox off the cookies after I ate all of Bobby's cookies. Well, not all of them, most of them, because I opened the tin and then I saw, oh my God. Okay. Yeah. But no, I'm saying it opens your body. That's why they push everybody. Everybody's on psych meds. When you're on psych meds, your third eye is blocked. So yeah. Although you should take your psych meds if you need to. My hair is just dropping. It was so wet when I walked in. Okay, you guys, I've rambled on enough. Yeah, there's portals in the body. There's portals, Prozac. Oh, great, I'm on Prozac. Well, there you go. You'll get off it soon. You will work your way off it as you see fit for you. Everybody be good for them, whatever feels good for them. You get off it when you want to get off it, or when you feel you can get off it, you'll wean yourself off it. Okay, you guys, mouth portal. Oh my God, right? Well, same with your rear end. Now China wants to shove something up your rear end. It's a swab. So you know what they're doing when they do that? They're stealing energy. I know. Oh, good, you stopped smoking weed. That's what they're doing. I know I'm not allowed to say that on here, but you know, Google it. Google it, you guys. Okay, not Google, whatever. DuckDuckGo it, or whatever. It's not DuckDuckGo. Is it DuckDuckGo? Do that. Okay, bye, you guys. I will be back, I promise. Thank you so much. Look for me on Coast to Coast. I don't know which one it is yet. Sometime in February. Okay, bye, you guys. Peace out, everybody. Bye.